What's up, everybody? Teen Sensation Billy Tucci here. Glad you joined us. It is Tuesday night, the 16th of January, 2024. Let's do some bros. What's up, bros?
Hey, what's up, neighbor?
What's up, family?
How are you guys?
Getting somebody?
Aaron's
Where's our buddy that
Aaron
was
said
just
he was
here?
taking a nap. I mean, he said he was taking a nap. So
He wasn't very happy about
Birthday
being
boy, Mr. 100 grand.
Mr.
night.
Yeah, he is.
How long's that baby gonna take, dude?
Oh, he showed up about 12:40 last night.
Oh, congratulations,
Hey!
man.
No way!
Grandpa.
Baby healthy?
8-pounder. Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
All
That's
right.
incredible.
So you're now 100. You're 100 grandpa.
Yeah.
yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah, very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Wow.
Welcome,
you're
everybody.
officially Grandpa.
Yeah. Haven't seen the baby yet because we're snowed in and they're like 45 miles south of us, but we're going over tomorrow afternoon. So
Well, look
Now,
at that,
rumor-
Ellie.
rumor has it, Aaron, that you want the baby to call you 100G.
yeah.
That's it. 100G.
No. 100 OG.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, look at that.
Welcome, everybody. The great Dan Genovese, Aaron Sleeper, H is for Heretic, Dr. Masks, Retro Explicit. How do you say that? Elixir.
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 Marcus Kellegrew, Vaughn Coleman, Evil One, Drew G. Got a great crowd tonight. Robert the Bruce, I don't know, the Scotsman. H is for Heretic, if I said that already. Fearsome Bullet. Man, look at this. Look at this crowd we have. Aaron Lopresti is here. Fearsome Bullet. I said that. Yeah, you just texted me. I had problems with my piece of shit PC, so here I'm over here on my Mac. The old reliable. But I'm glad you bros. Welcome, bros. Welcome, viewers. We're going to have a fun show tonight. We are going to talk about what goes into making a great comic book cover and what goes into making a shitty comic book cover. And also a few of our bros' favorite covers. And also, if you guys like, maybe if we have time, we'll look into our favorite covers that we've done or our least favorite covers, whichever you guys prefer.
I wasn't even ready for that piece.
I don't have any.
I don't have that. I'm not prepared for that.
All right. Well,
I'm always
I could
prepared
think about it.
about myself. So
Well, we know.
Hey, don't worry, Billy. I'm prepared.
Thank
I know
you.
what
I
my
knew-
favorite cover is, but I just don't have
Art's
it.
prepared because when he heard you say get your favorite covers, that's the first thing he went to was his.
They
He's
were
like,
all mine.
nobody
yeah.
else.
Yeah. How's the bros?
No,
doing?
guys, I would just like to say I was in that room of Mr. Fraga's on Friday night, and let me tell you, that camera is very deceiving. It looks like it just goes way back, but when you stand in that room, I could literally do this and touch both walls.
It's like
No
the
way.
Johnny Carson set.
It's
know?
not that it's not that narrow,
Ken.
but it really is. It's amazing how far back it looks, but when you're actually standing in it, you're like, "Hey, wait a second."
Yeah, that
So when you
camera
say
lens
Dan's in a
pushes
box?
everything, you know.
Dan's in
Yeah.
a box, just like
Yeah,
a
we
Jets
got
in a
to
box.
meet Matthew White.
Yeah.
We got to meet Drew, Drew G, some other
Fox
people.
Mulder.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
get to
cool.
see Fox Mulder.
Man,
Now, you guys
Oh.
haven't met them. You guys haven't met them in person yet, or had you?
Not yet. No.
It's kinda
We
cool,
saw-
right?
We
Yeah.
saw some people we'd seen, like Paul Hammond and his wife. We got to see them
Oh, yeah.
again, and but really, I love seeing the chat. I love talking to them, and seeing them in person is so
Yeah.
great.
And isn't it cool when they show up and they're just standing there or something like, I don't know.
Oh, they're standing there in their apparel, man. They're
Right.
very,
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
They always show up in their apparel, so you
yeah,
know.
it's so great. I
Yeah.
love it.
And then you
But
say,
you ever
"Who
had
are
a
you?"
guy? You ever had a guy
Yeah.
come up to you at a con and he just stands there and stands there
Yeah.
Yes.
They're like you're
I was
supposed
that
to know
guy.
who they are.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
and then you just go, wait, who are you? And they say, some name from the chat, Evil One or something. And you're like, oh shit, I know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil Diaz
Or they
did that.
say their real name and they say,
Oh, yeah.
name's, Tom Jones. And I'm like, oh, nice to meet you, Tom. I'm known as Evil One. No,
Oh,
Yeah, I was at Chicago
We
Con.
just outed Evil One, by the
Yeah,
way.
no,
sorry,
no, I just
sorry.
made that
Oh.
name up.
No, he's there. What's up, Evil One?
Unless his name is
I
Tom Jones. I don't know.
I replied to
That's
your request on Facebook. I got to see it. So check you out.
Yeah, we had. I was at the Chicago Con one, and this guy walks up to me, young guy, and he's like, "So you CG?" Now I'm thinking about the sock. I'm like,
He
"Yeah,
says it wasn't him.
yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And he's like, "I'm Phil Diaz." I'm like, "Hey!"
Oh,
oh,
you had to
Well,
look it up. I'm
In that
Phil
case,
Diaz.
you're looking
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Because I'm sitting down as this big dude, the young kid. He's like, "So you're CG?" I'm like, "You gotta have a fucking problem here." And he's like, "I'm Phil Diaz." I'm like, "Oh, what's up, Phil?"
Oh shit.
So, all right, guys. So we're going to discuss covers, and there are a lot of covers. I don't know if you guys, a lot of them are so well known. I picked a little more that may be a bit more obscure that I really enjoyed. But up to you. Whatever you guys' favorite
I think
covers
mine
are.
were very, very predictable.
Oh well, that's fine. Well,
Wait a minute.
speaking
These are top Playboy covers, right?
yes,
Oh,
100%. Top
Wow.
playmates.
Yes, I got a few of
boy, I
those.
tell you, Aaron becomes a grandpa and he just gets all nasty.
Salty.
Get all
You gotta,
salty.
dude. Do you guys,
Like-
when your kids were born, I likened it to the Matrix when Trinity couldn't fly the helicopter, and she's like, "Tank, it's a whatever kind of helicopter it was," and he sends her the operation manual, and she instantly knows how to fly.
Mhm.
When I was when Lily Bell was being born, I was terrified. I wouldn't know what to do. The second they put her in my arms, I was like, I know exactly what I need to do. It was as if I had been uploaded the dad code. And I think when you
The
become a
dad
grandpa, I think something happens too. So you fellas, you're gonna be grandpa, grandpa, and then
Grandpa.
yeah, and then you got newly minted grandpa down there. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I got to spend an hour with my daughter after she was born. So she went into the nursery. So my wife had a cesarean, so they had a little bit of complications. So they were like,
Oh, no.
let's get the dad and the kid out of here. So I got shuffled off with Amanda. So we went right into the nursery, and I stayed by her side for about an hour or so. And there were other fathers coming up because you can see the glass right there.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get in, and they were like, no. So
No,
I
I'm
was
Mark
like,
the Bear,
I
guys.
was like, what's that?
I'm
I was just wondering why I got to stay there, and those other guys.
guys.
Yeah, our F&T Bear, bro.
Do you know
the
who
cool
I
thing is
am?
the nurses were kind of putting me to work too. They were like, can you move this over there? And I was moving like babies.
Oh,
and stuff.
they didn't say whip a titty out or anything like that.
Oh,
Oh.
snap.
Hey,
Dude,
what was
she's
the
hungry.
first thing? What was the first thing you said to her when she was born? What were the first words?
It's just, you're beautiful. You're just amazing.
Yeah, I
You're
said to
sweet.
Sammy, I remember I said I love you. That was like
Yeah.
the first thing.
And the
Nice.
thing is, they're like in these like McDonald's heat lamps, like
Yeah.
things that are on. And I wanted to be so close to her. My head was under that heat lamp. And after I was done with all the excitement, I had a raging headache, and I was like, "Holy shit! Why do I have a raging headache?" I touched the top of my head, and it was like on fire. It was
Hey Billy, I have to know right now. Did you put your head under one of those lamps too?
Yeah.
Because I
No,
did.
I have-
And
what I
I'm
said
willing
was-
to bet Graham didn't, and Aaron didn't. And Andy
Oh, I see, like gamma radiation.
You know what I
or
did?
something.
I said to the nurse as soon as my first was born, William's born. I'm like, tag that kid right now.
Heck,
Tag
I
him.
want to make sure it's my kid.
Yeah,
Tag it.
Yeah, tag him.
Yeah.
First thing I said is the cafeteria still open?
Did you-
That's right.
Yeah, my wife was
Yeah,
in
Reese.
labor. My wife was in labor with William for 28 hours.
Oh man,
shit.
yeah.
She was
brutal.
miserable.
Julie
She
was
was
in
so
labor for 12 hours, and then they decided they're going to take a
Good sleep,
C-section.
Hmm.
That's what happened
So,
with Shelly. It was like
she was
14
pissed.
hours in C-section.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was my wife as well. But
A lot of
hey,
labor, a lot
Aaron,
of
did you
labor,
learn?
and then
Did you learn a valuable lesson about the food? Like, okay, the cafeteria was closed when I got hungry, so I went to one of those vending machines. Oh my gosh, that sandwich was nasty. I was so hungry. I tried my hardest to eat. I think it was like a egg salad sandwich
The
or
most
something.
you
Oh my
buy
God.
that out of
Food
a
in the
vending
world is what they
machine.
serve you in the
Ah,
It was
hospital.
horrible, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Wait, you bought an egg salad sandwich from a
Ew.
vending machine?
yeah, I
That's
It
know.
was the
That's
only thing
gross.
that the
That's like
commissary or
with the roulette, you know.
right, but I was starving, man. I was starving.
All they
and
feed you is carbs
nothing.
and sugar in the hospital. It's all shit. I can't believe that place. You know, when I was in there a few months back and they give me my food, I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm not eating this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Graham,
This
he's
is
tipping
terrible.
tables over,
me
throwing
a steak.
food.
Give me a steak, rare.
Yeah, my insurance is paying for it anyway.
Right.
There you go. Ara Galanian, the Armenian Knight. What's up, brother? Good to see you,
What's up,
pal.
dude?
What's up? Mike Fiala. You guys know Mike Fiala. He was down at Garden State. Good to see you, buddy. Oh God, of course, the great Shikari artist. Fantastic. Love Andy's art. He spelled Andy's name
thank
wrong.
you.
All right, guys. So let's
That's
talk about
okay.
loving some art.
Yeah.
Graham Nolan, you're up
You.
first, brother.
All
Do you
right.
have anything you'd like to share? Something you'd like to bring up?
Yes, yes, indeed. Hold on. Let me get my settings. But first, let me just say that the question was, what makes a good cover?
Yes.
There's a few things, at least as far as I'm concerned, what makes a good cover. One is it has to capture your imagination, right? And it has to have action, or even better still, implied action. And those are the ones that have the most drama. Those are the ones that make me want to go inside and look at it. Big figures, the figures that the main figure should be large on a cover, and it should tell you something about what you're going to find inside. You know, the occasional what they call evergreen cover, you know, the guy posing, you know, in a big stance and all that kind of shit that we see almost every cover coming out today is boring as shit. If once in a while you get one of those John Romita ones, that was great, but most of the time they, you know, it's just overused. So if you'll share my screen, I'll show you one of my favorites that first comes out.
I sure will, brother. I sure will. With relish.
And mustard.
and relish, yeah.
Now,
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
my three favorite cover artists, well, four actually, and these are all the guys that I'll be showing tonight, is Nick Carty, who did this piece, Joe Kubert, and Gil Kane, the top three, and then John Romita is the fourth. Those are the guys that whenever I design a cover, I think to myself, what would these guys do? And this is just a gorgeously designed cover. The negative space below, where the line of that's bordering the sky and everything stops, and then the snow just comes in. Your eye is led right to the Indian who breaks the plane and goes across the really nice big logo. So on a stand, you'll see that thing. It'll really jump out. The complementary colors, you have your warm and cool colors, the warm in the front, and then the cool in the back. This is just a gorgeous cover, I think. And
did Nick color his covers too, or it was just standard someone there? Like, who colors all these covers?
You know, in the early 70s, DC had the best colored covers out there, and I'm not sure who it was that. Oh, wait a minute. Who was it now? I remember reading about that. Maybe Marcus Killigrew will tell us.
Yeah.
Marcus knows all, sees all, tells all.
I can't remember who was coloring the covers. And Neil Adams used to color stuff every once in a while too. But you know, this is great. This is great.
Well, what's amazing about this is like there's color holds, like that snow isn't a black line around it, and the snow looks like it's painted in the background and stuff. So it's not like it's not stagnant. It looks more like an illustration actually than just a comic book cover.
I'm not usually the fly in the ointment. I can see and appreciate the cover for what you like it for, because there is a nice degree of storytelling and everything.
Mhm.
But there's also a bunch of graphic tangents that are driving me insane. Like the snow going into the Indian's arm, the Indian's leg being flush with the gravestone, the cowboy's elbow just touching the edge of the gravestone.
Okay, I'll
Shit's
give you that
driving
one.
It's driving me nuts. But
The
I'm
other
also
ones don't bother me at all, but the
Yeah.
elbow one, that's a little close.
The thing
Yeah.
is, Nick Hardy, if you would have broke that tangent, that character would stand out bigger than shit, and that
Yeah.
would be a way better cover. Just the tangent where the elbow and the his back jacket is, he would actually pop from that headstone, because as it is now, he kind of blends in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like everyone else we've been talking about yesterday and today, he's dead, Art.
Damn it!
Oh,
I was
shit.
hoping he was listening,
just
Billy.
because Art's outlived everybody.
Yeah, Art's like, all my friends are dying. Or have died.
Or have died.
That is a great composition. And again,
It is.
that really is a great cover. JC Vaughn, I was talking to JC Vaughn today about his favorite cover artist, and the first person he recommended, he said too, was Nick Hardy.
Is that
Yeah.
right?
That's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nick Hardy's
Nick Hardy's
amazing.
underrated. He did a lot
Yeah.
of great covers for DC, and
I know him for the Titans stuff.
yeah, it's tight.
Superman covers.
Yeah.
That's what I know him mostly
It's
for.
some good
Superman
Aquaman covers as well.
Did you guys ever get a chance to meet
Oh
Nick?
yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
Nick,
Hung
yeah,
out
I
with him
met
at Heroes Con a few years in a row.
Nick Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him. I met him at MegaCon.
That's cool.
I
Hey,
went
he's
up and
cool.
introduced myself because I saw him over there. I'm like, I got to say hi to this guy.
That's an excellent choice, brother. Excellent.
Thank
Now,
you.
how do you guys want to do this? Do you want to go with like 2 or 3?
That's probably
and then
the
we'll
best way to
move on?
do it.
Yeah, I have a
well,
lot.
yeah,
I have
that's
a
it.
lot of
That's it.
covers.
Because I wasn't
Yeah.
sure what the format would be, because you had said bring some of our favorite covers plus a bad one, and also talk about what makes in our opinion what makes one good. Because
Right.
the thing that I find interesting about your take, Graham, is that it's all right. Every bit of what you're saying is right.
Mhm.
But interestingly enough, with the exception of 2 of the covers that I like, none of them are storytelling covers. They are just, and what I find for my liking of covers is iconography.
Mhm.
Stuff that it just, like, you could see it from 100 yards away and you say, what is that? What's going on? And there used to be like little, there was a list, and I don't remember all of them, but things, it was an editor who said something about things that will help sell a comic. And one of them was broken logo. Another one was all white background. Another one is 5th color ink. Another one is characters running directly at camera. Like there's a few things, and a lot of the covers that I picked, with the exception of 2, have no storytelling whatsoever. They're just characters. But I realized the strength of a lot of the ones that I like in how many times you've seen it being homaged.
Hey, Dan,
You know?
Dan. Okay,
Hold on a sec. Marcus Killigrew came through. It is Jack Adler. That's
Oh,
who
rad.
we started.
Oh, okay.
That was the name I was trying to think of. It's Jack Adler.
I think Marcus deserves an attaboy for that one.
Attaboy. Give him a bell.
Atta boy.
I'm going to give him a bell. You know what I'm going to give him? I'm going to give him a little more than a bell.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Let's see.
If he can get his computer to work, that is.
Oh, we got a
You know
super
what,
chat.
Aaron,
Shut down
you know
the
what? Aaron, here's for you, Marcus Killigrew.
Kilgroin.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, you know, Dan, a lot of editors had those theories about what sells a cover. Julie Schwartz used to say gorillas on a cover.
Yeah.
And the color purple. And you look at some of those comics, it's either Schwartz or Weisinger. And you look in the 60s and you'll see all these DC Comics covers that had gorillas on them and the color purple.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Dan. You know how you were saying like iconography or just like having no background or storytelling.
Yeah.
I always feel like a #1 comic can do that and get away with it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you don't know anything about them yet. So
Right.
it doesn't necessarily have to be storytelling. You just really need to see the character doing something like a
Sometimes.
cool pose or something like that. And but then after that, like number 2, then there should be storytelling and so on and so forth.
Perhaps, but I think almost
Well, we'll
every,
get to it. We'll get
Yeah,
to
let's
it.
well,
get
every
your
one of
turn,
mine-
young whippersnapper.
every one of mine, except for those 2,
Have nudity.
have pre-established characters. But I'm gonna start off with
Wait, we're not done yet.
Wait. Because
Oh,
No, we're gonna go through Graham. Graham is gonna give 3 covers he likes and one he doesn't.
okay.
Then we'll look at you, and then you'll tell what you think is a good
Oh,
cover.
that's how we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
I thought we were
that's
now-
how we're
I
gonna
thought we
play
were
it
talking
tonight?
about
Okay.
it, and then going
Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
Hey,
I thought we were
So-
taking.
so again, and then
Guess
last
what,
point-
Lopez? Guess what, Lopez? Hang on.
My last point regarding
You're moving up. You're moving up, Lopez.
God.
You can even
Wait
move up ahead of Andy. All right.
Hey,
Uh,
what the hell?
So
I want to
what,
be above
You know, I'll
Andy.
give that
I
to
was
him. 'Cause he's a
saying, though,
grandpa.
the thing that I was saying regarding iconography,
You did.
you know when something has strong iconography when you see how many times it's been homage, right? How many
Mhm.
times it's been ripped or spoofed or whatever. That's when you go, oh, hey, that's a cover. Like,
yeah, but don't you think part of this is generational too? I mean, it's like what
Absolutely.
Did you grow
Absolutely.
up looking at? What
Correct.
impressed you?
correct. But this is what I love about our show is this show is generational. We have the troglodyte caveman in Art to Bear, and then we have the young handsome guy in me, and all in between.
Oh,
No,
It's
but
not
it,
what you
I
whispered
believe,
in
I
my
believe
ear
you're
this
right
weekend.
because when I think about the Silver Age, is Silver Age the 70s? Is that
No,
correct?
that's Bronze Age.
60s.
Okay, Bronze Age. When I think about the Bronze Age and even how
That's
to draw
my home.
comics the Marvel way, and they walk you through that Nova Spider-Man cover, they
Mhm.
give you
Yep.
this sort of show both characters, don't be on their back, show some action, show some suspense,
Mhm.
make people want to dive into the comic.
Mhm.
Show
Right.
some
But
sex.
but at a certain point,
That's
I
a
come-
crappy cover too.
it is.
It isn't a
but-
great cover.
no,
Okay.
not the
But
best. to
but
pick, but
I, Andy, I would say Andy and I, and there's no separation because there's a Gaussian blur between all of us. But the 80s were an era of pop art iconography, like striking images that that Patrick Nagel, the Andy Warhol, like, did that thing hit you? Like, is it the Campbell soup can, the Marilyn Monroe silkscreen? I'm not saying that's what are on the covers, but when we see my cover choices, you'll see what I'm talking about, because these things have been done over and over and over and over and over because of how powerful the iconography is.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so Grant.
So, all right, let me switch over to this one. Boom.
Excellent cover. You've shown this one before.
That is
Yeah,
so
I got
good.
that. I got that book. Yeah.
This
That is
this
so good.
this book begs to be bought. You've got, again, your big figures, you've got your implied action, and you've got the threat of him. What's going to happen? He's not even in the boat. He's halfway out of the boat. He's going into that water with that shark that's coming right at the reader. And one of the things that really amazed me, and Kubert does this just so better than most, is that his sense of depth. You've got this rolling ocean. You can tell it's rolling back into the distance, and all of those mines popping up.
Fucking
I mean, there's such a great sense of depth. That shark is not over-rendered one bit. There's no extra line on that shark that's needed. He puts in exactly what he needs, and that's he's broken lines on the tail for distance as it's blending into the water. The shadows with the line work going back behind the shark from the raft.
I gotta say it again, man. Those mines, just the way they touch the edge of that third
Dude,
line. I wish.
Sit down.
Just
sit down. I'm telling you,
It's an
like,
amazing cover.
sit down.
Hey, Billy, you got a super chat, by the way.
Oh, I was. Let me find it. Hang on. Yeah, I'm afraid Graham's going to yell at me. So, Graham, you can finish, and then we'll do our super chat.
Oh, no. You super chats take precedent. Take it.
All right. Guys, the great Sean Ferris. Patriotic. Thank you, Sean Ferris, for that $17.76 super chat. Star-spangled super chat, right? Graham Nolan, huh?
Yes, sir.
Most of you guys have met me, and I'm hoping you'd stop the insanity. The Eric July crap has to stop. The Dungeoneer files were more drama than substance, except for PTP. Now EVS is streaming over you.
Outrage.
Outrage.
Let
Off
me
with
say
their
this.
heads. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I'm finishing up a book.
Guys. Let me say this. We don't have control over anybody, and no one listens to us about how they what they do and what they don't do on their YouTube channel. So, you just gotta kind of live with it. And either, if you don't want to be a part of it, then just ignore it and watch the stuff that doesn't have the drama. And if you want to be a part of it, then watch stuff that has drama. But this is, how did John Malin put it? This is a network, right? This is not an organization where we can go and say, hey, you stop doing that or you're out. I mean, it doesn't work that way. And it's, that's just,
there's no police. There's no police officers in CG.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people's beefs
whole
are
part is
with
freedom to do what you want.
And someone's beef with someone is someone's beef. I'm not going to go to RT Bear like, Art, that fucking guy, and now you can't be friends with him.
We have to take a stand.
Okay, Billy, you got it. I won't be friends with them. You got it, Billy. No friends.
Thanks, Art.
Good.
Thanks, Art.
Thank you.
Plus, I'm afraid, Art would murder me anyway with his
in your sleep.
In a van.
That's right. He's got a history.
River.
These things all work out in the end. Some people love the drama. I actually was going to do, I was talking to Niall, and I was going to call it Drama Stream, of the Brofessionals Drama Stream. Right. And I was going to find like an episode of Friends and assign each of us as a friend. And then have it read the script. But I'm like, Aaron would never friggin' do that. Andy would be all into that. But I'm like, Aaron would.
I'm all about art, performance art.
Well, then that's going to be the next one then. Damn it, I blew it. All right. And excellent. Aaron Lopresti.
Yeah, Graham is never going to get through his covers, is he?
Nope. Well, hey, what's interesting, and we should have an observation. I think we probably all will, but as we go down the list, see what everybody's focus is on. And Graham's is clearly on storytelling on his covers. That's what he really likes.
There's definitely a clarity there.
Yep.
For sure.
That and historical, it's kind of like war or, like cowboys, Indians.
No. I only chose these because, everybody does the superhero stuff. Everybody knows all the superhero covers. I wanted to go off into other directions so that it's not, the covers that I'm showing, there's no superpowers or flying people where you can put characters in positions they wouldn't normally be to make the design element work properly. These are like real world situations, so you're limited by the design elements therein. So that's why I chose these. They're all this. I got one superhero or two superhero stuff in here. It's a Kirby and a Ramita. So
the choices so far have been fantastic. So
yes, two winners for sure.
I can say one quick thing here before Graham moves on. Vaughn Coleman in the chat said, "You guys are effing old." And I will say this to you, Vaughn, you are too young to be using language like that.
Yeah. You be in bed,
Vaughn. Go to your room and no dinner. No dessert for you.
No cap from Aaron.
I will tan your hide and get a kick.
You know what, Vaughn? Nose in the corner. Nose in the corner.
Oh, geez. Are we going to get this now tonight, too? Oh, geez.
Go, Bill.
Yeah. Go, Bill.
All right.
Look out.
Okay.
I feel your pain, Billy.
Excellent choice, Graham. Let's see. What do you got for
all right,
what do you got next?
So let me see which one I want to do next. I think I'll do I'll follow it up with another Kubert one, which always grabbed me as a kid here.
Ooh, the Hawkman. Oh no.
Oh my god, what a cover.
I like that.
Oh,
my
look at
god.
that.
What a cover.
This is another one where I'm like, okay, here's my 20 cents. I probably looked in it and saw, because this series and a lot of those the war books had kind of crappy insides at this point in time. You know, it's Russ Heath. The Russ Heath stuff was amazing, you know, when he was doing the Sergeant Rock stuff. But the Unknown Soldier didn't have any like top level guys doing a lot of those. But those covers, these freaking Kubert covers again. Look at that guy. You know, there's the Unknown Soldier looking like some dead dude. His face is all mummified and stuff, and he's holding his life mask there, and he's got the Nazis coming in, the flag there, and everything. This is great. And then you get this word balloon, Colonel. Where are you? This thing is just as good without the word balloon, but you know, but Kubert liked to put word balloons on his covers a lot.
I like how this sort of dances. This dances between being a war cover and a horror cover.
Yeah,
it's a really nice combination of both elements.
Yeah, and Kubert forces perspective. I mean, the Unknown Soldier is not behind that door. He's about 3 feet in front of it. Where, you know, he's much closer to us. He's not really hiding behind that door. But
oh no, not at all.
He's just in the shadows. I think he's trying to make him in the shadows.
Yeah.
I like the
those guys are walking in. And they're like, "Hey, who's that dude over there?" No,
yeah, if they just turn a little to the right, they would be like, "Oh, hey, what's that guy holding the face?"
What happened to you? What happened to your face, Colonel?
I like the color treatment to where you can see the back silhouette of the Unknown Soldier against the shadow. Because, you know, it's not black on black. You can actually see the edge.
Oh, yeah.
Which
where his
is
collar
really cool. Yeah, that's really great.
Yeah.
That is a phenomenal. Look at the rendering and for Kubert too, but just on his face and the blacks and oh my God.
Look at the hand.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at the hands, Graham. I was like, those hands are so good.
Yeah, they're so simple looking, but bam, they're right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing I love about guys like Kubert and Toth and Bernet, you know, when they're inking, they just lay that shit down. You know, they're not overthinking anything. Look at the wrinkles in the coat. You know, it's like he knows where it's supposed to go, but he's not laboring over it. You look at the Nazi, you know, okay, now he's getting a little looser because he's off in the distance. The detail doesn't matter as much. But, you know, those guys would lay that ink down like bam, bam, bam. Here it is. Suck it. Next. I love that. I love that confidence. So those are my first three.
Okay. Do you want to do a cover you don't like, or do you want to save that for the end if there's something we
it's up to you. I have a cover that actually that I chose because I love it, and there's something about it I hate.
Well, why don't we save the hated ones for the last, and that way we're all like doing the same thing consistently.
Excellent idea. Excellent. Oh, and Evil One, thank you, Evil One, for $2 super chat. Get back to the art and comics. Congratulations, G. Aaron.
Here.
Thank you,
G. Ron. Grand Ron. All right. Who's next? Fraga Boom.
Yeah.
Excellent. Graham. Just saying, great job, buddy.
Thanks,
Graham, I want to thank you for your patience because when I gave my what a good cover is, I thought it was my turn. That was mea culpa, as they say. I wasn't being combative with you. I thought it was my turn to say what I thought was a good cover.
All sins are smoothed over with cash, Dan.
Okay, that's cool. I'm sending a whole sock full of Chuck E. Cheese tokens your way. You know what I'm saying?
Said like a dad with a bunch of kids.
Forgiven.
Oh, good times. All right. So don't share it yet, Billy, please. This cover, it goes down as and you already heard what I thought about covers that really just kind of rock and stick in my mind. This is one of my favorite covers, if not my favorite cover, but it started off really as a dud off of Takeoff.
It's that damn Alien Alamo cover that
in fact it was so bad that it was asked to be redone. It missed the mark.
Whoa.
You want to share?
I would be honored to share it.
Thank you, sir. So this was the original drawing for Classic X-Men #1. And it's in 86. This is after Arthur did Longshot. This is after he did New Mutant Summer Special, after he did X-Men Annual #9. These characters look off and they look weird. So it was sent over to Johnny Romita and his Romita Raiders, and a lot of people thought, because of how Arthur signed the cover, that John Romita provided the sketch, because it says, "Thanks for the sketch, swell sketch, fella," something to that degree. But what happened, in fact, was it was handed off to John Romita's assistant, Tom Morgan. Tom Morgan recomposed the cover, and John put notes all over it saying, make it more like this. And what we got was this.
Oh,
And
better.
if you want to zoom in on this is
Aaron, have you never seen this?
No.
Sorry for the poor
I've never seen
pig,
it.
but this is Art's layout after reviewing Tom Morgan's sketch and adjusting his own, which gives us this, which every time I see this thing, I feel giddy like the 13-year-old I was when it came out. This thing stopped me dead in my tracks. I had to have it. I knew who the X-Men were, but I hadn't seen them look this cool in this sort of ensemble, in this striking sort of way.
Yeah.
So that hit me like a ton of bricks. Another one that I find has iconography is this one.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, this doesn't say much other than I'm fighting this guy, but it's so freaking simple. It's a character with another character reflected in blades. This thing has been done over and over and over many, many times.
Now, Dan, what do you think about that tangent where the blade is curving and touching the very edge and curve of Wolverine's mask?
It drives me crazy. And
you don't like that little V shape that it makes?
I don't.
Right?
And I don't understand the logic of how Hulk is reflected in those blades if they're formed right.
Right.
Oh, right, because now they're flat.
Yes.
They have to be flat for him.
That used to drive me crazy too, but I have to tell you, I redrew this thing 100 different times when I was a kid. Another one, iconography.
Wait, Dan. Wait, Dan. McFarlane was never necessarily about accuracy. It was all about emotional impact, right?
Correct.
So it's like, does anybody care if that's right?
No.
But anyway,
and that's something. I had a nice conversation with a fellow professional today. I want to say his name, but I don't know if he'd appreciate it. But we were talking about comics and how some people beat up his artwork over the way it looks. And then he said, but these are comics, emphasis on comics. A lot of people going for realism. Garfield doesn't look like any cat I've ever seen, right? Nor does he.
Well, you haven't seen the right cats, apparently.
True. But they're representative, and my favorite guys have always been representative. And Todd's been one of those guys. This is one of the ones that I was saying that has a narrative to it. This falls right in what Graham was talking about. Mm-hmm. This says it all. It's old Wolverine. We don't know that that's Kitty Pryde, but look at all the dead X-Men here, and it looks like a trashy world. And there's a spotlight in that he's in full defense mode protecting Kitty. If you're an X-Men fan, you want to know what the hell's happening here. Mm-hmm. So that this one is a narrative one. This is the other narrative one.
Excellent.
That I found to be very striking but also had iconography.
Yes.
Then it leads into this one, which doesn't say anything other than it's awesome. I know Marie Severin redrew the face because I guess Jim had drawn sweat and veins because of how hulking he was doing his thing. But love this.
I think Jim's head was a little small too.
It was. And then this one,
I'm sorry, they were a lot more concerned about being right on model back then.
Yes.
This was 68, wasn't it? 68.
Yeah.
And
his was grotesque, right?
Yeah.
Like I've seen some of it, like not grotesque. And then this one inspired another one of my favorite covers, which is this one, which is, again, doesn't say much. It's the Hulk. We all know who the Hulk is, but the Incredible fell on the floor and he's pulling those big, heavy stone logo apart. And this was I had to buy this. I had to. I wasn't a Hulk buyer. I bought the Wolverine one and I bought this one because They just said, buy me now.
You know what else? I mean, there's very little room. Like, he is taking up that entire space.
Yeah.
You know, and you just don't really see covers like this. So it's pretty neat. Just it's like nothing can contain him. You know what I mean? Like the cover, he's bigger than the cover is. I think it's just great. Yeah.
And the other thing, the honorable mention, which is another one of my favorites, which is something I was talking to Rob Willis about this the first time I met him. Every now and then there's something when you see it for the first time, you feel like you need to sit down, and that was the first time I ever saw the cover of Dark Knight #2. I saw the cover of Dark Knight 1, and I didn't buy it. That lightning bolt with the silhouette. I mean, while it's got iconography, I'm going to probably contradict myself. It didn't compel me to buy it. When I saw the cover of 2 with Batman grizzled with his fists all torn up, I had to stop. That was Batman. What the hell? Like,
I agree with you on that. I was the same way.
You know, I literally grabbed it and I bought it. I took it to my grandpa and I showed it to my grandpa because he was, you know, my informal art teacher. And I said, look at this, look at this. He said, what do you like about it? I said, it's so unexpected. I'm so used to seeing Batman, you know, looking clean and dynamic. And he looks like a tank.
A brawler.
Yeah. And so that's how I felt when I saw that. That's how I felt when I saw Stephen Platt's Moon Knight 55 cover, where you're going, Moon Knight's never looked like this.
You know, I back on the Dark Knight stuff. I still remember what that comic smelled like. It's so weird. Like
it had a powdered milk smell, right?
Yeah,
like,
there was like a unique smell to it. And I was like, oh,
yes,
wow, this is cool. Like,
yes. Rest in peace, Gabriel Soro. He was the guy who helped put that print package together. Amazing guy. But those are my choices and the whys and whats.
Excellent. Good job, Holmes. All right.
Hang on. This is going to be interesting because I have the exact same artists that Graham did, but for different reasons.
I'll be done.
Damn it. I've got overlap too, you bastard.
Well, look, normally I would go with, you know, Simonson and Kirby and all these other things, but I've done so many shows just on my own where I've like my favorite covers of all time. It's like I can't keep repeating. I got to come in here with some fresh stuff. So that's what I'm doing here today.
That's how I felt too. Yeah. I left all that ground.
Go ahead, Billy, and share that.
Let's share it up, Lopez. Oh, yeah.
This that's a great issue too.
Wow.
This is Joe Kubert, and I'm not a huge Kubert fan like Graham and Andy are, but I do have a appreciation for his work. But this, to me, is kind of what Dan was talking about earlier. This is iconography like crazy, but yet there's story here. There's mystery. There's is the Atom dead? Is I don't know what the deal with the bird. Is that the Hawkman's bird?
Yeah, I think he had a sidekick bird for a while.
Yeah, he gave him the bird. And even when I was a little kid, I mean, I had no clue about anything. I remember seeing this cover like in a price guide or something. And I was just like, I got to get that comic, which I do have it now. But it was like, just because it was so powerful and so creepy and so mysterious, was like, is Hawkman a villain? Did he just kill these guys? Or is he mourning their death? There's lightning back there. I mean, this is
who did the interior on this, Aaron?
What's that?
Who did the interior?
Let me see. I want to say
if I remember correctly, while he's trying to think of it, Joe Kubert, inked by Murphy Anderson. If I remember
correctly. You're right. I was going to say I think Kubert did the inside, but I didn't know who inked him. And you're right. I think it was Murph.
Same with issue 41.
That can't be a good combo.
It's not bad.
Really?
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, you can totally tell it's Joe because of the layouts and stuff, but you just see Murphy
slicks him up.
That's all.
Yeah. But so I think this is what you want in a cover more than anything, and this is so obvious it's ridiculous to even say it, but you want something that stands out, that's going to make people gravitate in this huge rack of comics and say, wow, that looks cool, and pick it up, even if you don't even know who the characters are. And for me, when I first saw this, I had no idea, generally speaking, I mean, I knew, but I didn't know anything about Hawkman. I didn't know anything about the Atom, but this cover was just so cool. It was something that made me want to read this book.
You know what's awesome about this is the logo, the Atom and the Hawkman. It almost looks like those logos were designed just for that illustration. Just the way that Hawkman kind of frames the Hawkman.
Yeah.
Because if you were to try to draw with those logos, they're very restricting compositionally. You know what I mean? Because that H really goes into your artwork.
No doubt.
So this is like perfect, the logo and the illustration.
It's a super unconventional angle too. You know what I mean? You don't get this very often.
Yeah,
but it almost looks like he's leaning here and the logos are going the other way. I mean, it's really kind of dynamic if you think about it, the logo and the artwork.
It's incredibly dynamic for a cover that has no motion in it at all. And that low angle just, making it even more dramatic. There's everything about this cover works.
Good choice.
Excellent choice.
Fantastic.
Okay. Next up, I should do a Dan didn't put them all in like one file so I can just move through them.
Well, actually, if you keep it up, then you just go to your tab and say, choose this tab.
Oh, this is a good one, Aaron. This is a good one.
Okay,
it's so good I don't want to share it. No.
Let it rip.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Oh, that is a great one.
This actually makes my list of all-time favorite covers. In fact, this is like one of the top. I did a thing where I did like the top 10 covers of every decade, and this was in the 70s.
Who is this? Is
Gil?
It's Kane.
Gil Kane, baby.
Yeah.
You can tell by the nose. You can always tell by the nose.
Yep. Gil almost always. I mean, even as many great covers as he did in the 70s, they're not all perfect. But this, again, huge central image that draws your attention. And then you've got your characters in the background. And it's just so, I mean, Captain America dead, costume torn up. I mean, this is a brutal cover, especially if you're a little kid like I was, and I thought, oh my gosh, Captain America's dead, and yet you've got to buy it, right? And these heroes mourning, and it's a great story arc too, where Cap becomes nomad, and then this guy, I can't remember who the character's name was, becomes the new Captain America, but he's not up for the task and literally gets killed. And so then Steve Rogers is like mourning the fact that he ever gave up being Captain America, setting this kid up to be killed. And so there's just so much drama in this. It's just the angle, he Dutched the angle. It's a low angle Dutch. And you got a huge central character. Of course, it's Captain America, which, is a major, major iconic character. Let's face it, true believers, this one's got it all.
Who did the inks on this?
Oh,
boy.
Looks like possibly Frank Giacoia.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I was going to say. Giacoia.
Yep.
Inside is Frank Robbins, though, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
Really?
It is.
Man, I'm a sucker for when any battle damage happens to heroes. Like
we're going to love a couple of mine then.
Heck yeah.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay, so let me share one more then, if I may.
Share as many as you'd like. This is I love looking. This is very inspiring.
I know, because Billy's got he's got all of his covers are like from fashion magazines.
Yeah, all the fabrics.
Yeah.
This is Houndstooth. This is Houndstooth, guys.
All right, go ahead and share that.
That is definitely not Houndstooth.
Nick Cardy.
Oh, look at that.
Cardy. Another one for Nick Cardy.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a theme here, Aaron. There's a lot of death and people mourning death.
Well, that was just happenstance. But this,
look at that lighting. That's
cool. I mean,
this is beautiful.
Yeah, again, large central. Your focus is right on Robin. Look at the placement of the blacks to really make this dark and sad. And,
let
really
me ask a
reflect the moment.
question real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
Sure.
did Nick Cardy do that like kind of ghost imagery like that? Like, is he the first guy that did that? Because I remember as a kid, I looked at that. I thought it was some kind of trick, like a computer graphic trick or something, because that's so freaking cool. And other people used it after. So did Nick Cardy create that idea of doing that?
I think he pulled it from film, It's like a special effect you'd see in films, even in the day back in the 60s and 50s.
Yeah, because instead of
would
filling
do
the
that.
solid blacks, he just kind of outlines them, and then
Right.
that blue color fills it in. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty neat idea.
I like, we saw this, obviously Eisner started doing this, then Stranko did it a lot, but this Requiem for a Titan where you're working the kind of title into the artwork, on the gravestone is great touch. You've got bright colors that's going to draw kids' attention, but then this ultra dramatic moment that, this is the kind of stuff that makes people pick up books. And this is during a time when 90% of your readership was young boys. And so it's that kind of drama that sucks those kids in and gets them to lay down that 12 cents, Graham.
Yes, sir.
Hard-earned, like lawn
Hard-earned
mowing
12
money.
cents.
Right.
Dude,
Have their own pocket.
I can't even imagine 12 cents. You know what I mean? Like when I started buying it, I think they were 35.
Yeah.
25, 35.
I
Well,
was
12 cents right now has no value at all.
No, it
There's
doesn't.
Yeah.
It's sales tax, right?
Doesn't it cost more? Doesn't it cost more to make a nickel now than a nickel is worth?
I think so.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Like
Yeah.
7 or 8 cents to make a nickel.
The other
Well,
thing
it
to
costs
think
more to
about,
make. Doesn't it cost like a nickel to make a penny or some
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah, it's crazy.
the other thing to think about these three covers is they're all like big centralized images, sort of static in the sense, but they all have an element of storytelling as well. So they're super dramatic, but they're also giving you an idea of what you're going to get on the inside of the comic book. And those are the kind of covers I like, where you have big, strong, centralized image that can be iconic, like Dan was talking about, but also story elements worked in. I don't necessarily like one or the other. I like to combine both if you can. And I think these three covers are examples of doing that. Now I want to show, well, okay. Now I'll wait till we go around for the ones we don't like, because I didn't pick covers. Well, no, I'm going to show you one of them.
Okay.
Oh, look at that, going out of order.
These are outrageously inappropriate, and that's why I picked them.
Penthouse.
No, well, they're not that
Grandpa.
outrageous.
Some grandpa outrage.
Go ahead and share
Grandpa.
that, Billy. Talk about the good old days, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I love that cover.
We talked about this already. This one is that one.
Yeah.
I bought the book just because of that cover.
Oxner, right?
Yeah, Bob
Yes.
Oxner.
It's so good.
Doing a great Neil Adams at the perspective.
Wait a
and
minute,
stuff.
that's not Adams?
No.
No.
You guys sure? Look at this figure.
100% positive.
That's
Bob
Oxner,
Oxner.
huh? Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, in
Did
fact,
Neil ink
I think I used this cover on my show when I was having you guys guess the inkers and stuff.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
yes.
you did. But I love this because it's like they're forcing her to marry this alien dude, and he's dragging her by the hair. Oh my gosh! I want to post this on Twitter and see if it blows up.
Fantastic figure too.
Oh yeah, look at that! How great she looks.
You know why it looks like a Neil Adams? Is that guy dragging her?
Yep.
Looks
Yes.
like a
Neil
Neil
Adams
Adams.
pose, man, all the way. And the inking too. Maybe that's Giordano inking that? Do you think, Graham?
Well, you want to know what's funny? The Supergirl figure laying there. Talk about years before this guy came on the scene. Very Mark Beecham looking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I see that.
And she had the hot pants too. That's my favorite Supergirls with the hot pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Hot pants.
You can't call them hot pants without saying hot. You know what I'm saying?
And the slippers.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So anyway, I got another one, but I'll save it for later, next time.
Okay. Andy Smith.
Oh, look at that. Even though I'm okay.
Wait,
All right. RT Bear. What do you got, RT Bear?
You son of a bitch.
Billy's
That was a trick. I have just a bunch of fun,
Tickling my
stuff.
balls.
Tickle my
Right
balls.
in the nutcase. Here we go. Share this baby. All right. There we go.
Oh.
Wow, that's awesome.
So what
I
I,
don't know
did,
why. I can't believe I didn't think of Carmine Infantino.
yeah,
Great
there
covers.
were a lot of
Carmine.
them.
Oh,
Yeah, there were a
so
lot of
many
them.
good ones.
But these are all like I just went personal. These are like covers that I really liked. I mean, because the thing is, all the top 10 lists have been done, so I thought it'd be more interesting to pick things that actually had impact on me
Yeah.
growing up and stuff like this. And I remember this thing on the newsstand. I remember, asking my my mom, "Hey, mom, I was a good boy. Give me 12 cents so I can buy this comic." And I thought this had everything in it. I remember my imagination going crazy with all the umbrellas and thinking like how many different types of umbrellas, the Penguin would be using. I love the composition. I think the Penguin inside the umbrella, flying it like that, and that little switch thing when you're a kid, like, man, that's cool. He's got like this little switch control so he can like shoot the gun. I don't know, man. There was nothing wrong with this. When I was a kid, everything was right. Like, look at Robin getting decimated by the gas, and Batman's got a shield. How did Batman get a shield? I don't know, but he's got a shield.
Look at the buzzsaw on the one umbrella that's coming down, and there's like a mace on the other one.
It's so good.
Yeah, and then there's Thor's hammer, like right by the 12 cents. I was just thinking how many different types of, and then, as a kid, you're like, how are they flying? Like all this stuff. And then there's this pink, like kind of rectangular square thing on the ground. And I'm like, what the hell is that? As an adult, but as a kid, I just ate this shit up, So yeah, this is really good. I think the little penguin drawing is fantastic. I always liked Carmine's like Batman faces and Robin faces. To me, when I think of Batman, I think of Carmine stuff. Just very of the time. And then let me see. I got this one here.
Shit!
Yeah, this is kind of
that covers the iconography.
Yeah, man.
I have this, by the way.
I do too. It's in horrible shape, but I got
so do I as a reprint.
I got a 6.5 slabbed. So.
Yeah,
and how yellow is it? Is it yellow?
No, it's actually really, really clean.
It's so weird, man.
Looks way nicer than
I looked at some comics this weekend at the show with Andy, and there were some that were in the 9s, but like they looked so faded and yellow, and I'm like, how are you even approaching a 9?
They only grade structure. They don't grade cosmetics.
Right.
So.
Yeah, there's one thing different I would have loved about this cover is if Giant Man just almost filled up the whole background. Like where it says Captain America Lives Again, if he was like right in there, I think that would have been like far cooler. And then if the Wasp was crossing over him a little bit so you could see that she's tiny. But anyway, I can't argue.
I'm not the only one that speaks sacrilege.
No, but the thing is, I just want that. Perfect. Yeah, and then the submariner thing. It's like what the hell is that? But that's cool, like this is so of the time.
I love that, like in the cover of Spider-Man 2, and also the Tinkerer. It's like this.
Exactly.
But like the Iron Man suit and Thor swinging around the hammer and all this stuff, it's just so cool, man. And that Captain America pose, even to this day, just it drives me crazy. Like in the best of like kid ways.
Thor's kind of throwing down the suck it.
He's going suck it. Well, it is Triple H, So
you know what he's doing. He's demonstrating the hammer so the Penguin can use it later. Yeah, he's a salesman, And then this one right here, I don't know. Like as a kid, I was like, you could do like a newspaper headline on a comic book cover.
That's a trip. I've never seen this.
Yeah, Neil Adams. Like I was like,
oh yeah,
that's cool. Man.
Oh yeah,
yep.
Like as a kid, I thought this was real. Like, how do they do this? Like it's all black and white, and there's like this, I don't know, this faded gray stuff in the background. Like it almost looks like a real, like newspaper. And I was just like, yeah, judge says trial was fair and impartial. Guilty.
The big old gun coming right at the Guardian's head there to blow his brains out.
And they can't speak in their behalf. They're like, they're all silenced. I just dig that stuff. And then there was, let's see if I can find it without giving away.
Didn't Bolin do a similar newspaper cover on one of those 10 Nights of the Beast or something, Graham, and Batman. Remember when Boland did those? There was that Russian supervillain that Batman was
KGB
fighting.
Beast. KGB.
Yeah. There was like, the KG Beast. Yeah, there was.
I think I know. I think I know the cover you're talking about.
Yeah. Of Batman. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, Art. Go ahead.
Hey, no problem. No problem. This is David Mazzucchelli, and I'm so glad I found this because I kept trying to find like good resolution, of the color version, and then I just stumbled upon this, which is better. You can still see where the paste up was, the Daredevil logo. It must have fallen off and everything.
And the
Faded
red holding
markers.
lines.
Yeah, for the stars and the stripes. Yeah. I just thought this was really bold and just really, really simple. Like all the background's just yellow, and then the top is the flag colors. And you know how I think Graham was saying with Kubert just kind of throwing down the brush line. I always liked Mazzucchelli because it feels the same way to me. Like he's not being fussy with it. And he's just kind of throwing down like big bold lines and stuff like that.
Shapes and indicating,
Yeah. So this I remember seeing this on the newsstand, and just I don't know, the series, the story. This is like just everything to me, like story, drawing, just concept, just the whole 9 yards. So let me see if I can find these. I got all these tabs.
Fantastic.
So then here's Mazzucchelli again.
Yeah,
I know this wasn't one of the main covers, but it was like a pinup in the back of the book or something like that. And then they made it into the deluxe.
That's a T-shirt, a poster, a cover.
Yeah,
I know.
Button.
Yeah, like this. This has never left. Yeah, this has never left me. I like that you can't see the detail of the cowl, but kind of like the shadow finishes the storytelling. And there's nothing. This is inspired. This is just somebody having like just an inspired idea and putting it down on a page. And this is one of my favorite Mazzucchelli pieces of all time. And I can't believe that DC didn't use it for a cover. I think it was just a pinup in the back of one of the books. And then they finally, when they were repackaging the Dark Knight Year One stuff, they finally used this in a high profile way, which was like,
Well, interesting enough, though, on this Year One series, if memory serves, that most of those covers, or all of them, were sort of storytelling covers.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
And
the first one was like the death, his family, and then,
So that's probably why they didn't use it, because it didn't fit with what they were doing. But it is a fantastic piece.
And then there was one. It's weird. It's like there's like he's in that basement, and then the cops are coming in with flashlights, and he's hiding. Like it's not even a great cover, but it is storytelling. Yeah, they did. Yeah, you're right. They did do all storytelling covers. And then let me see.
That is a perfect cover.
Oh yeah, you just hit Aaron's sweet spot.
Oh shit, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I was like, I wasn't gonna do this because I figured somebody would snag it, but when I did see this on the newsstand, and I did pick it up without hesitation. Look at this thing, man.
It just takes you back to when you're a kid,
Yeah.
Like, look at that.
And you're wondering, oh my God, how's the thing gonna stand up against the Hulk?
Exactly. That's exactly the thought. And then your stupid like kid imagination goes, is he gonna be busted into pieces? Like, are there gonna be a bunch of rock pieces out there? Yeah.
I was 6 or 7 when I saw this on stand. I'd never bought a comic before. We were on family vacation, and my mom took us into a grocery store, and they had all these comics in those wooden magazine racks, laid out like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that one, and I was like, I didn't know who either of the characters were, but I just thought that was so cool. I had to get it.
Yeah. And let me see.
So
I'm going to go through and then there's the iconic, and I just did this because it is one of the top like.
Damn it!
covers.
That was one I was thinking about, but okay.
Yeah,
that's a great one.
Art's digging into his druggy past, and it kind of has a
Hey, dude, I never shot heroin. I knew people that did, and I was like, you're freaking crazy. Like this is nuts, man. Sticking a needle in your arm. But anyway,
like that is freaking crazy. Now give me the credit card to cut this coke.
Yeah, I'll do that.
What's great is his name is Speedy.
Speedy.
I know.
Yeah. I thought that was funny.
It'd be
boy
like if my
Speedy.
name was Weedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I love this. I
Well,
love this
it
weird
is.
drawing too. Like, look at Neil. Like Green Arrow's neck just disappears.
Oh,
Like,
dude, he's appalled though. He's so appalled.
I know, but his neck is like his head just kind of shrunk. Like just it just fell into his chest.
There's
Imagine-
a lesson here. There's a lesson here. If you know, out of these two characters, Green Arrow is the liberal one. So he's done a very bad job raising his sidekick with his liberal philosophy, and he ends up
That's
in
right.
drug.
That's true.
That's right.
A little too permissive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
right.
my favorite
Hey, if
part
it
of
feels good, do it,
Listen,
Speedy.
Art, would you have a problem with Green Arrow's gesture if you read what he's saying as said by William Shatner?
Oh,
actually that is kind of a
My
shame.
lord.
Yeah.
Speedy
My
is a junkie.
Lord Speedy is a junkie.
it works now, right?
Junkie.
See?
Well, look at how
Lord
snarky, look at how like uppity freaking Green Lantern is.
Oh, he's
You
conservative.
always
man.
have
He's like,
all
this is
the
what you
answers.
get. This is
Well,
what
you
you
know
get,
what?
Ollie.
this
How
is what
many
you get.
issues-
This is
how
what
many
you
issues was Ollie? How many issues was Ollie lecturing Green Lantern about not doing enough for the people of color?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
He's probably
Full
fed
circle
up
right
at this
here.
point. You know, he says, "Fuck you. Your son's a hippie druggie."
Speedy's like, you keep ignoring me for everybody else. I gotta shoot up to get out of here.
And the best thing is like it looks like Green Lantern, like you know how you guys good storytelling, right? It looks like Green Lantern knew about Speedy for a while, and then he found this one moment when Green Arrow was riding really high and being all preachy and shit, and he's like, oh yeah. Well, hey, look at this. Look at
That's right. Look
You know-
at
you know
this.
what they-
Feast
what they
your
should've-
eyes upon this.
What they
Yeah.
should have done was, you know how Green Arrow's got all those trick arrows, you know? So Speedy should have made his own like a hypodermic needle arrow, and he could shoot it, you know,
Oh,
and it
damn.
goes around corners and then hits him in the ass or in the arm or something like that. And it keeps him up.
Now, Graham, here's an interesting observation, and I think I know the answer to this, but this has a Comics Code approved sticker on it where the Spider-Man drug issues did not.
Which came
Uh,
first?
Well, this came out after, didn't it?
Yes,
They
it came
were
out-
running neck and neck. I think Spider-Man beat them just because they. But I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe DC went to like some organization, and this was like supposed to be a authorized use of this to teach those kids a lesson about drugs. Where the Spider-Man story, or am I getting that backwards?
Mm.
They were both
I don't remember.
anti-drug message, stories.
Right, but one of them
Yeah.
was a partnership, I think, with Marcus Killigrew knows. I'm sure he knows.
He knows all.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
he says at least Speedy
All I
wasn't
know
turning
is that
tricks.
Dan's version wasn't a polemic; it was still a Spider-Man story. Whereas the Green Lantern stuff were these horrible polemics. They're terrible stories. Just great Neil Adams art. We wouldn't be talking about it if it
That's
wasn't
true.
Neil Adams art.
Hey,
I
Graham,
can't stand those books.
I have to
really-
ask you.
So
my-
preachy.
My mom taught me this when I was a kid. If you hear a word you don't know what it means, don't be embarrassed to ask what it means. What does polemics mean?
Oh, they're
Is it
pushing
preteen?
ideology.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know,
That's what I thought.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it wasn't so much a story as it was, here's your lesson on, don't use
Don't do
drugs,
dope.
kids.
Right.
right.
And then they
Don't
had the
be
Teen
so
Titans.
obvious with a
But
name
it
like
got in the
Speedy.
way of a story. You know, it's like
Yeah.
Right.
it's almost like a precursor to modern comics in that they're saying all this stuff up front, but with not a lot. They had more story. I mean, but it was, from what I understand, Neil really went off the rails on rewriting stuff. That it wasn't Denny, and the same thing happened with Superman versus Muhammad Ali. All that clunky dialogue shit in there that's all Neil, and you can tell because if you've read a Denny O'Neil comic and you've read a Neil Adams comic
Yep.
that he's written,
Yep.
you can see.
Well, I think Denny O'Neil, and I've heard Lynn Wein also talk about like what they were trying to do at the time, and they both copped to it, like that it was heavy-handed and very, very preachy. So
Marcus
put it out
Killigrew-
there.
Marcus Killigrew says Stan was first and he asked. Okay, so, but then that begs the question: why did he not get the Comics Code and the Green Lanterns one did?
Because they said no, and,
Right.
and
He did it anyway.
Yep.
But why did the Green Lantern then get the okay?
Probably because they already did it with.
I'll give you.
Stan.
I'll give you a tale. Perhaps it might be self-serving, but perhaps it's not. When I worked at Mattel, we did a musical called Monster High in Boo York, and I wrote 85% of the lyrics. And when I asked if I could just get credit, I didn't want publishing, I didn't want anything. I said, "Can I get credit?" They said, "No, it's under the umbrella of your job as supervising director. You agreed in your contract that everything that you do is ad hoc, and you could create characters for us and write songs for us. At the end of the day, you get what you get because that's what you agreed to." Fast forward 2 years later, there's another director working on another Monster High project, and she wrote some lyrics, and she said, "I would like publishing and credit," and they gave it to her. And it just, because the legal team at the time said no to me, there was a different set of lawyers when she asked. And
Marcus
they said yes.
Killigrew says Graham is right. So in other words, since they asked and then they didn't give it to him, they did it anyway. Then they figured they would get on board with the Green Lantern stuff, apparently. So
Yeah.
I always
Yeah,
wondered
they
who they
have
were, like who the Comics Code people are, like who are these people? Like
It's just like anything when you work in any sort of production, there's a thing called S&P, Standard and Practices, and you're dealing with really subjective things. Like sometimes you come back and they go, "That gum splatter looks like a vagina. Was that on purpose?" And you're like, "What? What do you what?" You know, and then you look at it and you're like, "Oh, if you turn your head, I see it." You know, like it's so subjective. So it very, very well could have been through a series of processes where they're like, "Yeah, this is great." And with
Well, I always
Stan,
wondered, like, is it the same 5 people? You know, and they have like
Right.
like like a office, and on the door it says Comics Code Authority, and they walk in their business suits and they sit in this table
well,
and they look through comics and go, "No,
Yeah.
think,
Yeah, they
think
actually-
about
no."
think about the approach.
No.
Think about the approach, though, right? If you go in and say, "Hey, I want to do this thing about drugs, and I know drugs are bad," and you're like sending off all these signals for them. But if you just do it and submit it, they're like, "Oh, what a charming story." You know what I mean?
yeah.
They came after. They called me actually, trying to get me to get a Comics Code Authority stamp on my comic on issue number 1. They saw it in previews and actually gave me a call and were kind of threatening me that I needed it. And so then I'm talking to them and I'm like, "I really don't need this, do I?" "Well, no, but everyone's Marvel, DC Comics. If you want to be known as a respectable publisher, blah blah blah. You want me to pay $750 fucking dollars?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, no thanks. Goodbye."
I remember I did a panel at a convention, and one of the few times I disagreed with Jim Lee, and he was there, and so they were talking about the rating books and censoring and all that other stuff, and I was like, it all sounds great, keep everything safe, keep it above board, blah blah blah, but who gets to make the decisions? That's always the question. Who is the guy that gets to make the decision? And then Jim was like, I'm for it, because then parents get to see and they know it's good for the kids or okay for the kids, blah blah blah. And I said, yeah, but who gets to make these decisions? That's all.
Right.
And I don't trust anybody enough to really you put out an idea and then somebody gets to throw it away at a glance. You know what I mean? Like Dan said, it's subjective. Like they're just like, "Well, I don't like it," and then you just toss it.
Right.
You go, that took me 2 months to make.
Well, excellent choices, brother. Excellent choices. And Drew Smith.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
The number
All
1
right.
slot
Yeah.
or slut.
Let's see.
What's your middle name, Andy?
Slut.
Christopher.
Slut.
AC. All right,
Christopher
AC.
Smith.
What do you got?
All right, here we go. I'd be remiss. I have to mention Joe Kubert. You can share it. So I have the entire Tarzan run, but I didn't buy them when they came out. Obviously, I got them here and there. But when I was a kid, looking through back issues and stuff, I would like most of you guys probably, if a cover jumped out at me, I'd be like, I got to buy this. And this is one of the ones that just jumped out at me.
Yeah.
And it's because of the motion, the movement that's in it. Like Graham said, nice big figure, which Joe was so great at doing.
The angles too, so great.
The angles to it.
Nice looking leopard too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The composition just moves your eye around.
Yeah.
Right.
So good.
Hey, can I just jump in real quick, guy? Evil One. What a great quote, Evil One. Jim Lee thinks the stuff coming out of DC is good for kids now.
Yeah.
Good
Good
purple
call.
headed kids.
Yeah,
Excellent.
good kill.
That's
Good
right.
call.
So anyhow, so yeah, I mean, just and it is. I like covers where the hero is in peril of some sort, because to me, you go, oh man, I got to read this. I got to find out how he gets out of it, because you know he does, but you want to find out why. It's that question: why? What's going to happen?
Right.
So
Makes you ask questions.
and before we went around, I actually had the comics cover page pulled up with all the Tarzan covers Joe did, because I was just going to say it's just all of these because they're all fantastic. But I narrowed it down to this one for that. Another
Beautiful.
one. This is funny because this kind of is like Aaron did Cap all beat up and stuff. Well, when I was a kid, I did get this one off the stands. And yes,
Oh my
Cap is
God.
all torn to shit, rats and stuff. Vermin's the villain. And once again, it's just another cover where I'm like, what the hell? I got to find out what happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
Is this
And
Zach?
just the,
Who
you
is
know,
this?
Yeah,
That's
Zach.
Yeah.
Mike Zach.
What
Mike
year is
Zach,
that?
Beatty.
What year is that?
82.
Yeah, early 80s.
But
Yeah.
everything, the coloring, the shadows, you know, the inks, you know, the chiaroscuro, if you will. Fantastic.
That little bright speck right by his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you focus
draw
on it, you see it. Yeah.
So
And the
much great
perspective
depth.
of it too. I mean, there's
Yeah.
no real, you know, you've got the perspective of his leg pulling you into the scene, and then just the way his arms are lying composes it nicely and stuff. So it's just great.
I think Zach
And-
is the best cover artist of the 80s. I really do.
He's up there.
He
his,
was pounding them out, man.
his
And
Batman
they were all-
covers,
he was
his
like-
Spider-Man covers.
Dude,
the
Gil Kane in
Punisher
the
stuff.
70s, Gil Kane in the 70s, just because of volume and percentage of hits. And then I think the same thing with Zach. He rarely had a bad cover. I mean, they were
Yeah.
always
True.
really, really good. So
Well, the classic one, the easiest one to bring up, but I didn't want to go with that route, was Cap Annual. Was it 8 or 12 with Wolverine?
8.
You know, slashing
yeah.
at him.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good.
Yeah.
it's so
Iconography.
iconic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know, speaking of
Um,
Wolverine, there was that one, the John Byrne one that started the whole Wolverine thing, where he's kind of leaping, you
Yeah.
know. And I think that's all that's on the cover is just that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was the Wolverine cover, I think, as far as I'm concerned.
All right, I've got
I
a
really
couple
like Zach's
more.
style too. That's another thing. Sometimes that's sort of what separates cover artists for you. Do you like the guy's style? You know, not
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
presentation and his design, but I really liked Zach's style and how he drew, and then you know the real slick finishes. I'm sure someone else besides Beatty was inking him here, right? Or was this Beatty back then?
I think this one's John too. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was. It was Beatty on the interiors for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's that, and then let's see. I'm trying to think which one I want to go to. It's this one.
Oh yeah.
It's. I know everybody likes the Batman one. This is my favorite Swamp Thing cover.
Oh, it's the
That
best
out of-
Swamp Thing cover.
Yeah, I
The
just
one that started it all.
I like the
Coming up
holding, you know, the holding color in the background. Makes it
Yeah.
pop, you know, figure pop.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's
very
muddy.
Matacumba
It's
key.
it's
Very.
very murky, which it should be for Swamp Thing. So yeah,
It's amazing
I just,
how much mileage
love it.
colorists got out of just a few colors just by
Yeah.
making good choices.
Well,
yep.
they had 65 colors, and then when they went to the flexographic, I think they had 85 to choose from.
But
Now
you
they
couldn't
got
really do
maybe.
blends and stuff. You had to make good color choices, and it just that's an amazing piece on all levels.
Well, even down in this water, there's not, I mean, there's, with the green here, there's lighter and darker, but then you've got like the yellowish brown, yellow ochre looking down here and stuff.
So
And
hey,
just
gentlemen,
gross in a good
I just
way.
want to say, there he is. You got
Hey,
Hey, buddy.
my
thank
man.
you to my
Bo.
friends here.
What is up,
Yeah,
Bo?
Andy, Graham,
Love you,
Dan,
dude.
Art, and Billy.
Missed you, and I love you.
Aaron.
That's all right. That's all right, Bo. You don't have to mention me. We're not friends or anything. That's fine.
Oh, he forgot you. Get Shelly in here. He'll remember.
Yep. Yeah.
And then speaking of Zek and Batman,
bro.
I've got to do this one. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
my Lord. Look at those buildings.
look at that. I mean, seriously,
How
no
long did
computer
that take
work.
him?
What's that?
I wonder how long that took him.
Oh,
do that.
Lord.
I know,
It's
right?
totally worth it.
Whenever I see this, I always think like he had a mad on for Michael Golden. Like-
Dude,
Like,
yeah, well,
like, I'm gonna do better than Michael
yeah.
Golden.
Look at the light down there on the street, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, my God.
This always
It's almost
reminds
like
me of like a
It's
Golden.
like a black and white illustration, the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tonal qualities of the line work.
Well, because there's gray. There's gray
What-
areas.
what
There's
was this
white,
the
there's
cover of,
black, and then
Andy?
There's gray.
This was
What-
the sequel to that 10 Nights of the Beast, the KG
Yeah.
Beast, when he returned. This
Yeah.
Zach did all the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Batman 417.
Okay.
And that
thank
building
you.
and those buildings, and he did this entire page with brush.
No, get out of here.
No,
He's not Gary
Yeah.
Martin. Come
Okay,
on.
Ben and Jerry's.
Wait a minute. Did Zach ink this too, or was it?
Yes.
Betty?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
he's by-
Zach ain't-
Yeah, this
Oh,
is all
that's
Zach.
nuts, man.
Yeah,
That's the kind of thing you draw and turn over to the inker laughing, going,
Yeah.
No, why would you draw all that gray in pencil when you can just do it in ink?
Seriously.
No,
Seriously.
True.
I'm sure he didn't.
And I bet you, like Zach, because I've seen his pencils, I bet you all those buildings were drawn in pencil.
Probably.
Oh, I imagine they were. Yeah.
There's nothing more tedious than drawing windows on buildings.
Oh,
I
God,
know.
I hate it. I hate it. That's
That's
why
what
all my
weed is
comics
for.
take place in the jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to see this original just to look and go, where's whiteout? Because there's some on some of the buildings, but still.
Yeah.
You know why Graham is doing Monster Island instead of Monster City. Okay.
Yes.
That's
yes.
right.
And the next one takes place underground too.
There you go.
There it is.
Sewers, chud.
And the canoe was in a snowstorm.
Yeah. I wanted to get away with the John Byrne white pages if I could, but I couldn't.
I hear you.
To say
So
you're
there you go.
experimenting with negative
Those are
space.
outstanding
Great
choices.
choices. Great
Yeah.
choices.
All right, I'm gonna share some of mine. Now these are varying styles, varying actual
First one's from Vogue magazine,
decades, if you
1983.
will. But let's
Yeah.
give it a shot.
Hermes.
Here's my first one that I just think, and again, these are what I think are great covers. So
And what
How
are
about
your
this one?
qualifiers?
just dynamics.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Gil
craftsmanship.
Kane.
Yep. Draftsmanship.
Is that inked by Cockrum, Andy?
Yes, I
Yes,
believe
it
it is.
is.
I believe it is.
It is.
Just placement, storytelling. I adore it. I just adore this cover. I've always
Hey Billy,
loved
how did you pick this over the double side, size Gil Kane
giant size
cover where
X-Men.
they're ripping through the cover?
Giant size
Yeah,
X-Men
yeah.
number
Giant
one.
size X-Men.
Yeah, I don't know. I just love this. I just love everything about it. I love the ship. I love how it works with the logo instead of working against it.
A great
I just-
cover.
It's
This is
it's just a
amazing.
beautiful piece of art. Not unlike that Zek piece. I wish I could find it in black and white. I probably should have looked a little harder, but just what a beauty. I love word balloons on covers. I never use them. I don't think I've ever used a word balloon on a cover, but I just because I'm just terrified of it. But I just love it. I just love everything about this cover.
I love the story too. Like this is bringing back some killer memories.
Yeah.
I got to admit, I'm with you. I like this cover more than Giant Size X-Men number one as
Yeah,
well.
so do I.
But
I love
Giant
it.
Size
Always
X-Men
has.
is the one that makes all the top 10.
Yeah.
It's up
polls
there.
and
know.
everything.
It's up there for me, man. I love it.
Yeah, just
No, it
everything.
is great, but I just
All the
if
figures,
it's a toss up. If I could own Giant Size X-Men 1 or 90 or this one, it's a toss up because I like both covers, but I really lean in towards this one.
Well, there's more going on this one for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Let me share. Hang on. Present.
When Marvel was cool. Look at that.
Mhm.
When the Marvel logo meant something.
That's right.
Oh, God,
right.
you're hurting my chest.
Yeah.
I know.
It meant quality. I mean, when you saw that,
Let me grab another one.
It was like, frick, man, it's gonna.
It was
be great.
almost a guarantee, you know.
All right, so I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go. Let's go a little. Let's do a. How about this bad boy?
Something with a little fabric in it.
Fabric, but an excellent. This artist is brilliant at drawing fabric, if I do say so myself. But
Barry Smith.
no,
Oh.
Mark Schultz.
Oh,
yeah.
My
That's
God,
fantastic.
dude! Like just everything about. How do I zoom in on that? Oh, I just zoom in.
With the plus button.
Command plus.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Just look at
Wow.
the colors. I mean, look at the rendering here. You know who the bad guy is. Look at how hot Hannah.
There's so much Frazetta in this guy.
So much.
Oh yeah.
But you can tell how much he loved doing this. You know, like, I mean, look at all the work and the love. In 1993, just holy
I like
shit.
the girl in the foreground. She's cool.
Yeah, that's Hannah Dundee. Heck yeah. Look how
Hannah.
her leg is coming. This you can see it, right?
Yeah.
I like the
You know how her body is, and just
I like the camel toe.
This is a prime example of illustration
zipper art.
as a dynamic.
Sorry.
You know,
I
because
like the
it's so
plants.
well done. That you're
I
just,
like the gun. Sorry.
But look at this. Look at, like we were talking about, like you know, the chiaroscuro. We talking about the dark and the light. Look at this. Look at this with the bad guy.
So much for the
The
silhouette.
dry brush here,
All
and then
silhouette.
he just lets it go. You know. But again, Aaron, fabric.
Mhm. No,
You know. I mean, brilliant. Just brilliant stuff.
Yeah, because it's detail you don't need to see. All you need to see is that fist and his face, you know, and it stands out.
Yeah, but look how real she is.
She
Freaking
doesn't have any
smoking hot
shadows
real.
on her because
Yeah,
you don't
and
want to shadow the
the way the
babes.
breasts sit and hang.
Yeah,
You know?
the great big breasts.
Boobages.
Yes, so that's Schultz. Let me see if I can do what you guys are doing. Slides, extra camera.
Kitchen sink.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna hit
Oh,
another
yeah.
one.
Dennis
Now I'm gonna
Kitchen.
go. Let me close this out. Let's go. Window. I'm gonna go a little more modern. I figured I also want to try a little dip, you know, shake things up a wee bit, but I love this cover.
Billy, you don't have to show the black and white man versus machine cover.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Acuna.
I was just
This
saying
Captain
Acuna.
America painting. Look at this.
Hakuna Matata.
Just, I think it's gorgeous. Aside from a few historical inaccuracies, but who cares, man? I love.
digital painting. I'm gonna look the other way.
All right, you know what? But I'm thinking of what makes a great cover. The dynamics. You know, I just think I love it. I know it's a digital
running
painting. I wanted to play a little. You know, go play. You know, play with the little things and show various. It's not AI. You know, but I don't know. You guys don't like it?
I like
I like it. I like his work.
Yeah. Like
I
his work
feel
a
like
lot.
there could be a bit. I'm such an asshole. I'm sorry, Graham. I'm going to apologize to just you. I want more contrast here. Like if you took all the saturation out, it would really be a muddled, muddy piece. It's lacking dynamic contrast.
And also, everything is pushed to the left, all because of that one airplane.
Yeah.
Nothing is centered.
Good fire. Yeah. It needs invasion stripes on it. But
still,
again,
dude, can I do better? Probably not. It's
Not with that attitude.
no. But I could do
a little chunky. I gotta say, he looks like he has a meal.
a better Fraga boom.
he's a 40s guy, you know?
Yeah.
No, he's got super serum in him. He should look, you know, tough as nails. Look at that thigh and that arm. It looks like the model he used was a chunk.
Just think
Look at
about
the
how
abuse you're
Mike
giving
Zeck
poor
would draw
Billy.
this.
All right,
Billy,
we're gonna start some drama. All right, now this one. I don't know how you guys feel about this.
We need drama here, Billy. We need
If
drama.
I didn't know the word
We
was
need drama.
America, I thought it was.
This is an artist who I had the privilege of meeting at New York Comic Con. Really cool guy. I love his sense of design. I love his execution of it, his draftsmanship, and let me know what you guys think of this of Jock. Do you guys not like this? I think this is a brilliant.
I like the idea behind it.
I like his Batman grizzled face cover more. This doesn't do it for me.
I wouldn't buy this.
No.
Really?
Nope.
Man, that's
I mean, like I said, I like the idea behind it, but it doesn't make me want to pick up the book.
Yeah,
Billy,
well, he's got a lot of the Joker ones, the Batman ones.
where he's made up of bats. Is that the same guy?
Yes.
That was kind of cool.
It's this.
Great I love it. These are all the Spartans, man.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh yeah.
You get it, but you just don't.
Dude,
Okay.
here's what would have made this better. If there had been like, instead of a white background, they had something like corduroy or some other really kind of
Corduroy.
fabric back there.
Taffeta.
Really?
Boy.
Yeah,
You
I'm
guys don't even know
going
what
with hog's tooth every time.
There's a
This
little
is
bit of red chiffon up on top there.
Yeah.
And
This
what
is a
is
very
that
clever
red?
design.
That's the horsehair thing on top of the helmet.
I really
no,
thought
but
he was
it's
an
blood.
MF.
What is it? Because we're actually looking down at the Legionnaires, and their shields are up. So what is the red thing? I know what it's supposed
Blood.
to
The
represent.
blood is
thought it
the
was
path that
blood.
they're walking through as they're going.
Okay.
They're I don't know. I think
So
it's a
wait,
great.
this isn't an MF Doom sort of thing.
You know what?
Billy's getting his ass handed to him.
Hey,
I know. And he's hosting too. You
Well,
guys.
I guys, I wanted to go different. I went,
Super chat somebody make them feel
But see,
better.
here's the
I
thing with
went
covers
the
like
X-Men cover. I wanted. I gotta. You know what? All right, fine. I'll go back to this shit I love. All right, let's.
no.
just do
Here's
this.
the thing with covers like this. Covers like this, to me, for comics, it's my opinion, of course. It doesn't do it with me. It doesn't make me want to pick up the book. Now I could see this on the cover of a novel,
Right.
because and I think it would work fine. But for a comic
where's
book,
the
I'm just
logo
like,
gonna go? And the trade dress.
Oh, the logo went on. I can grab the logo. I can grab it with the logo.
And
Is
you
that what
have
you want to see?
Hey, the other piece of this is you need a little bit of esoteric knowledge to know, that's a Spartan helmet. This has to do with Spartans, because if you're just like someone going into a comic book store, what is this?
Well,
I don't think you need to know the historical aspect. I think it's one of those things where if you look at it, you're like, wait a minute, what
All
are
right,
the
let me-
little things? Those are spears.
let me
And then
share
you-
this.
Then you see that they're like Romans. They don't.
They're Spartans. They're not Romans. They're Spartans. Hang on.
Yeah,
Let
but
me
it doesn't
share.
matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It doesn't matter. For the person.
I'm getting stoned here, guys.
This is Billy history you're talking to.
It matters to Billy.
Yes.
The interesting
Then
this
you're
is-
only selling this book to Spartans because
this is
That's what
That's
I'm talking
right.
about.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking
this
about.
is
All right, here
this
you go.
is-
Now maybe this is better. You know what? I had enough of you. Here we go. Here you
I got
go.
enough of you.
I had enough of you. All right.
Well, that makes
man,
it all
so-
that much better.
It's
Yeah.
a-
At
what
least
is
now
it?
I know what
This
it
is a
is.
tough
you know what I
room.
mean?
This is a tough room. Fine. Let me go with one of the ones that my childhood.
That's
Two-
not your childhood.
No, one from my childhood. Crash and burn.
Look at that
Holy
cover
shit.
is a prime example of one of the things I think is wrong with, or what's not wrong, but what's happened to comics in the modern era is you had, because illustration died, okay, in terms of movie posters and advertising art and everything, illustration is pretty much dead. So you have all these talented illustrators. So where do they go? The only place left for them to go is comics. So you
Right.
see all these great illustrators doing really beautiful illustrated covers, but they don't have the dynamics or the storytelling knowledge behind them to make them a great comic book cover, even though it's a fantastic piece of art or a fantastic illustration.
Dan, doesn't Jock does a lot of Hollywood stuff, right? He does
Right.
design work and he does.
I don't
he does
know. I don't know.
storyboards. Yeah.
All I know about Jock is I like his covers.
It itches.
His interiors don't really hit me the same way, and I have a Batman T-shirt that he did the art.
Nah,
for.
all right, you guys don't know anything about comics, and I'm in a Twitter chat room right now, and I am talking shit about you guys. And I
knew it.
One of you
I
is
knew
not.
Billy was
that.
in that Whisper
that.
network.
Fine. All right, here we go. Here's another. Then
Oh wait, I thought this was the worst comics. Isn't that what we're doing right now?
No, I got some worse
He did the worst one. I'm sorry, Billy. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So yeah.
Damn.
Oh, there
You
we
don't
go.
like this?
I
That's
love
I
amazing.
love that.
Okay,
I
love
this
that.
cover.
That's
Look at
gorgeous.
everything again. The contrapposto, if you will.
This Gil
of
Kane too.
her. Look at
Hell
this.
yeah, it
What
is.
And Tom
a
Palmer.
great.
Yeah.
Yes, what a
Wow.
great cover.
You know what that demon dude's gonna do to that girl? That is
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
looking
What are you gonna
good
do,
for
Art?
her.
yeah.
I
Good
like the
color
skeleton
sequence.
with his clothes still on him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I love the colors. I really do. It reminds me of the old model kits, the Aurora model
Yeah.
kits.
Yeah.
You know, look at the brick
Well,
right
this-
here. It's just it's just there. You don't even know what they're in front. I guess it's a chimney.
This
Uh,
is so
Yeah,
classic.
why
Gil
are there
Kane.
books in a bookshelf there?
Oh, that's a
If they're on the roof?
fireplace back there. That's a
Yeah,
fireplace.
it's in the interior. It's the House of Evil, the House
Oh
of Death.
wait, okay, so that's not a night sky behind him. That's the wall.
That's the
Yeah,
wall.
that could be
Right.
fixed. You would think,
Yeah,
right? Why
That's
didn't
a
he?
little
Hey,
unclear.
there's that purple you were talking about, though, Graham.
Dude, there's
Yeah.
that purple, there's that red, that green, that light blue, the brown. My God, man, the
I do love
brown,
purple
and
on
then
the cover.
the yellow.
Look at those two huge central figures make a big central mass right in the center there that we're looking at. But then you've got that extra added
know. I
excitement
love
in the
that.
background. Yeah, there they are.
I knew it. I knew it. As soon as he said, "Look at those too big," I was like, "I know where
Mound.
Billy's going."
All right, I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm sorry. Please.
No, I
Did
just
you
think,
guys
once
know
again, I
that
think
this was the most supernatural shocker of all?
it is.
I don't know if
It
you knew
is.
that.
It is.
I bet Aaron
It would
knows that.
happen to be
Cool.
Werewolf by Night number 34.
They,
So
they
that's
thought
the
they
cover.
thought 33 was the most, but when they got to 34, they realized nuh-uh.
They realized
They
they
were
we were
wrong.
wrong.
You don't,
They
you
were
don't
wrong.
know.
We apologize to everybody that bought 33, but this is the all.
But what most people don't know is that says the same thing on every cover.
Yes.
That's right. It's just a different spot, so they get
Wow,
tricked.
Bill Tucci bombed out. Bill Tucci
No,
bombed.
no.
You're
You
talking
made
about.
up.
This is
No,
a
this
great
was
one.
wonderful.
No, we're
Yeah,
loving
was
this
wonderful.
You saved yourself with this one.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. Look at that.
That's
Alone.
excellent.
Just-
Dude, I read
Lord.
Werewolf by Night. That was one of my favorite titles when I was a kid. I love this stuff.
Yeah, did that showcase edition get any cheaper after the show? God, it went up to like $400.
Whoa.
Gosh. Wow.
Yep.
Which one?
The
are you
Omnibus
talking about?
Showcase edition. So, Werewolf by Night. Go on
Oh,
Amazon.
okay.
Try to buy it.
Oh,
somewhere.
after that crappy movie came out?
Yeah,
No.
Well,
so that's
it's,
Bill
uh,
Tucci.
really?
That's
It's
Bill
cheaper to buy
Tucci.
the
covers.
issues.
These are samples of covers that Bill Tucci thinks are great comic covers. Oh, one more. Hang on. Sorry.
I was to say I got the best one
Wait
for
a
the
minute.
worst.
Don't stop. You better stop while you're ahead, Billy.
No.
And Andy, you do not have the best of the worst.
Oh, I
have
think
the
I
best of the
do.
worst. Oh.
Oh, I don't think
What's
so.
your
Oh, boy.
criteria? What's your criteria? Because is it like
I
It
don't
might be
even have a
different,
word.
Dan. Might be different.
It's subjective.
You know what the
That's
worst
what I'm
one is? The
talking
one I
about.
didn't buy.
Oh,
That's right.
Lord. Good
It's the
God.
worst selling comic of all time.
The one I didn't buy.
It
I
must
didn't
be the
like
worst cover.
There we go. All right. Here we go. So there you
it. Have
go.
to be a Charlton comic.
Share that. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's a picture of Debbie and I on our first date. Oh,
Yeah. Look at her face. She's like,
And
"Oh
look at-
God,
look
I'm
at her
so
dad right there in the
uncomfortable.
right-hand corner.
Yeah, look at the dad just like looking. Yeah,
He's so
not-
close to me."
Not with my daughter.
all right,
boy.
Graham Nolan. What do you hate?
Well,
What
I
doesn't he
didn't
hate?
really pick, a bunch of stuff that I hated. However, I did pick one that I loved, and then when I looked at it, I found stuff that I really hate. So
Oh, that's an excellent,
let's-
excellent idea.
let's
Share
do
it now.
Hold on.
No, that's a
Let me,
Kubert one.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Okay. Let me. Okay. It's up there. You just got to
Okay.
share it.
Yeah.
I love this cover because I love
Mhm.
the design elements here. I love the figure of Thor holding out of the building. I love this, the rocks and everything and all that kind of stuff. I love the the scourge of the Super Skrull. But what I hate is this damn burst right here which says, "From the edge of infinity, he comes possessing all the blockbuster powers of the Fantastic Four, and yet we don't see him illustrated like with the things rock
Anything.
or
Yeah.
the fire or his arm stretching around that thing or anything." And I suspect that Stan hated negative. I know Stan hated negative space on covers, so he would always have blurbs and stuff put in to balance out that negative space. And I feel like that he did that here. That this wasn't really negative because there was a you can see there's a chunk of bricks here, which would have been really cool to see because it would have led your eye up. But then he sticks this stupid burst right here, promising stuff that the drawing doesn't deliver on. So that's I'd buy this book in a heartbeat. I mean, because look at that. Geez, I mean, Thor is looking awesome there, and everything.
The colors are so striking too.
Yeah.
What's that
You
yellow?
know, in this same family of covers with Thor, there's that great the Growing Man cover is really, really good. It's right around this time as well, where he's pushing up against the wall like that, and Thor's flying in behind him. And then the first appearance of the Wrecker is a great cover as well, Kirby, where he's standing up there with a big crowbar.
Yeah.
Looking at this, I have to think like Mike Mignola was looking at this as a kid, man, because this is like Mike this is like such his style, you know. He had to have been inspired by this as a kid.
This is such prime Kirby, man. This is like when he was just rocking.
Yeah.
Why is the Super Skrull cross-eyed though? You guys make fun of my Fire
like
Tonight shit.
Yeah, he's like that chick on Fire Tonight. Yeah.
You didn't know that when see, that's the thing we don't really know about, you know, like aliens, we kind of impart our own cultural body language upon them. When a Super Skrull looks at you cross-eyed, they want to fuck.
Oh shit!
Wow, I didn't know that.
But I mean, look at
Jack knew that. Jack knew it. Jack knew it.
Look how great
Jack knew it.
Jack knew it. And then look at the Super Skrull arm. I mean, I guess he's an alien, so I guess he could have like all these muscles that.
Well, dude, Jack's not about reality, man. He's about visceral impact. Don't be criticizing his anatomy.
Now,
come on, Billy.
Look
Thor's about to figure out what the cross-eyed look means.
Look at the position of the Super Skrull and the rocks that he's holding, and then look at this.
Oh,
wow.
Well, yeah, Rich Buckler. Jeez, man, all he did was rip off.
That says it all.
And dude, he got the grace of Joe Sinnott to ink it anyhow.
Yeah, and this is actually the first mention of Deathlock.
Really?
Right here on this.
Oh, right there.
Deathlock is here.
Yeah.
Deathlock is here.
Is this a cover?
It was the cover of Foom #5.
Okay, so for Foom.
Foom was great.
I own the original.
Do you really?
No way.
Oh my God, you guys' memories are so. I thought my memory was bad. I was going to make a joke and go, Graham's showing it because he owns it. We did an original art stream. He brought that up.
Well,
you know,
who pays attention?
Too many bong hits to the mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, too many bong hits. Aaron turned 60. That's their.
And he grandpa'd up. Grandpa'd up.
Yeah.
Well, I got a $1.99 super chat from the great Aaron Sleeper. Thank you, Alan. Adam Kubert had many phenomenal covers for Wolverine. Indeed. He sure did, man.
He's he is very experimental with the covers.
That's excellent.
I didn't get to show when we were doing the best. I didn't show all of mine, and I had mentioned Gil Kane, and this was the representative one for Gil Kane that I just wanted to make sure. Cover. Again, implied action. The drama is there, and look at this. You got the reflection of these guys in the watering pool.
Great cover.
All inked by Kane. Look at the you can feel the heat of that sun, that western sun back there. The ripples. That's not a very black ink, as we were talking in our little face group.
Not those markers.
Yeah. He mostly used markers. It's amazing it's not purple because of those.
Yeah.
He used those.
Wow.
Did he do the interiors too, or is that somebody else?
No, these were all reprints. So they're reprinting all like old Dick Ayers and not even Dick Ayers. Can't remember who some of the other guys were, but the interior, and sometimes some of the early Kirby westerns they'd reprint too, but most of the stuff is not that good. But they had great covers. I read all of these when I was a kid. I traded away my '69 Mets baseball card series for a bunch of Marvel westerns and Spooky the Ghost and
you fool.
Take the money away. Which brought you the most joy?
The '69 Mets. No,
Yeah.
I had a trade
no,
like
it
that.
would have been the comics because I was
Yeah.
beginning to fall in love with comics, you know, and
Nice.
yeah.
That's fantastic.
I only remember one bad trade when I was a kid. I'd never seen Wolverine before, and I don't remember the cover. Andy Smith probably knows. It's a Bill Sienkiewicz cover where Wolverine is holding up one of the Power Pack kids, and he's got like his
shit,
back.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and it's like an aqua blue cover. And I remember this kid brought it to school, and I was like, "That is the coolest thing I've ever seen," because I'd never seen Wolverine before. And I'm a sucker for aqua blue too. That's the other part. He's like, "Yeah, man, bring your Gru #1 to school tomorrow, and I'll give you this." And I was like, "Hells yeah!" Yeah, so I traded a Gru #1, like an original Sergio Aragonés Gru #1 for that X-Men, which, you know, isn't worth anything, and that Gru #1's worth tons of money. So, bad trade.
What was that question?
Yeah, let's just totally ruin your night. No, if you had a complete Mets, you had a 1969 Nolan Ryan rookies card in that.
I had the Nolan Ryan rookies card.
Oh no!
Now you've
What?
And then you got Scrooge McDuck for it. There you go.
Yeah, as far as football cards, I have OJ Simpson rookie card.
What?
Football cards.
That's killer, bro.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Nice.
It's in pretty good shape. Yeah, the murderer.
Except the head's
Excellent,
cut off.
Graham.
Oh,
Isn't it funny that Art, the serial killer, would have a murderer's rookie card out of all of his sports cards? Yeah.
It's the only card I kept too. I don't have any of the
see?
other ones. Yeah, when
He
I was a
never
kid.
played for the Broncos either, right?
No.
No.
Bills and
Fragaboom.
the 49ers.
You got
Yes.
anything?
I do.
Else?
I do. I only have one cover. That was it's the cover of one of my absolute favorite comics. Every time I encounter one, I buy one, whether it's a reprint or not.
I thought this was the worst comic though.
yeah, I thought this was.
I know, but let me finish, gentlemen.
No.
But frankly, I feel like this cover is a disservice to the Guts.
Oh,
Billy, you want to share it?
I sure
Oh
do.
shit,
brother.
I know exactly
do.
what it is.
Oh, do you? Guessing? Anyone want to make a guess?
Yeah, I'll guess. Let me guess. Avengers Annual.
Woo!
That's it.
Dude.
That is a terrible cover.
It is horrible.
A god awful cover. It's. I mean, no slight on Al Milgrom, who I believe did it, and it has. It says, "Look, Captain America gets knocked out. Iron Man this, and there's all." I mean, it's like a movie trailer on a cover, but it fucking sucks.
It's like they didn't know what to focus on.
Right.
Oh, they knew what to focus on is to win a 10-speed racer.
Right.
That's right. What they focused on.
Yeah, I mean,
It's right above
right
the
there in your face.
logo.
it's
I
the
hated
thing-
ads on the covers. I
Oh,
hated
yeah.
those things.
Yeah, and granted, it's the key being, as Sean Ferris noted, first appearance of Rogue and all that, but it is an excellent Michael Golden job. Like, he exhibits all of the goodness.
It's just gorgeous.
This
so-
is
In
one
that-
of those. This is one of those comics as a collector. It pains me to own because I don't like buying comics if I don't like the cover. But this is an important issue to have because it's the first appearance of Rogue by Michael Golden. So I sucked it up and got one, even though I couldn't stand the cover.
Every single page in this, that like I remember talking with him. I had the pleasure of talking with him, and he just kept saying, "Oh, I'm just doing my job, Dan. I'm just doing my job," and I showed there was a panel, and everybody that's familiar, I know this whole panel is familiar with this panel, but it's the Avengers, in their mansion, and Beast is on frame right, and he's reading a book and enjoying tea. And there's just all these little details, and like the butler's got this tray, and the tray is ornate, and you go, dude, you didn't have to put that much work into that. But I sit there and I stare at it, right? But I digress. This was yes, Von Coleman, that was one of the conversations. Yes, absolutely. But this cover, I would not have bought this off the stands. I'll just say it. I would have saw this and passed it up.
Is the shocking mystery guest? Is that Rogue?
It is. It is.
You know who
Would've been
does
nice
this
if
type
that
of cover
was-
better is when DC did the 100-page specials, or were they 50 cents, and they had like the news story in the front. So they would have like a new piece of artwork that would take like 1/3 of the cover,
Yes.
and then they would have the little vignettes of the other stories across the bottom. This just looks like a cluster F. You know what I mean? Like you really don't know what to look at or where to focus or anything.
What's crazy though, going back to the whole iconography thing, it's like it's so ugly. Though anytime I'm at a comic book show like this past weekend, every time I walk by a booth, and I got shit for far vision, I see up close really nice. Every time I pass a booth, I see it. I'm just like, there it is.
from across the room.
Yeah, there it is. Like that, you know what I mean? Like it's so bad that you know what it is.
It's like Gator.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
What?
Hey,
yeah. But this is my offering for one of the worst covers for one of the greatest books.
Oh,
That's a
my
good
turn.
one.
excellent.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I'm going to show another inappropriate cover just for kicks. But the cover I was going to pick, and this kind of, I mentioned this earlier when we were busting Billy for fun and laughs about his Jock cover. There's an F. I couldn't find it. I kept looking, and I could not find it. But there was it's probably maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Maybe it was pre-COVID anyway. A Fantastic Four cover. And it was like designed to be sort of like a Norman Rockwell cover. And it was painted and the illustration was great. It was fantastic, but it was ridiculous and boring as crap. It was the FF were sitting there trying to put a television together or something like that. And they were all, Reed had the manual and the things on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a wonderful illustration. So I'm not knocking the artist, but there was no way I would have ever bought that comic going, what are you showing me here? You know, and I remember another one in the same vein. It might have been the same artist. I don't know. Brilliantly illustrated. Again, had that sort of Norman Rockwell Saturday Evening Post cover idea. There's a bus going by the street and Spider-Man is like trying to catch up with the bus. And there's these people underneath him. There's like a light post in the middle and they're like reading the newspaper and looking up, in sort of Norman Rockwell fashion of Spider-Man swinging by them, trying to catch the bus. And I was like, why would I want to read this comic? I mean, it would be a great poster if you're saying we've got this Norman Rockwell tribute series of Marvel posters, but for a cover for a comic book, I was like, yeah, I didn't even open it. I mean, I looked at it and said, oh, it's a nice painting and put it back down because it was so uninspiring. And there was nothing that wanted to pull me into, whatever the story might be inside. And so I think there's a lot of that going on currently. And I wanted to give a shout out though to some current guys that did great covers that we didn't, because you can't obviously, talk about everybody. Ron Garney does great covers.
Mm-hmm.
And Kubert was mentioned earlier. Some
Adam
of those
Kubert,
covers he did were fantastic. And then Simonson as well. The 331 cover is about as iconic as you can get.
Yes.
That Batman Joker cover was at 366. Where I mean,
we could do a show of bro on this shit.
Yeah, there is.
Well, just a runner-up is Killing Joke, the Brian Boland cover.
Oh
with
man!
the camera.
Or how about Neil Adams? I don't know the number, but Joker's got the cards, and he's up in.
Speaking of Neil Adams, Billy, if you don't mind,
I do not mind.
Yeah, it's funny how there wasn't as many Adams covers in here as I thought.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come on, punching a baby.
Yeah.
Just right in the back of the skull.
Look at that. I turned Batman and the Flash into kids and killed them. You're next, Superman.
Punching a baby.
I know. It's like,
Yeah,
so
he's not even a
appropriate.
kid. He's like a baby.
I know.
Yeah,
When I
what-
saw
He's
this,
like a
man,
toddler.
I had to have it.
Actually, he
What
looks
year
like a
is this?
dwarf.
What
He
year
does
He
is
look
this?
does kind of look like a dwarf because he's
That
got some
head-
good. He's got some guns on him for a baby.
Yeah, and that jawline. He's
Yeah, that
got the
face
body
isn't
fat on.
pudgy
Yeah.
enough for
Tell
sure.
me this
Yeah.
Look
is
at
the
skinny
70s.
little Batman back here. He just
Tell
got
me
little
this is the 70s.
It's like John Byrne. Did Byrne draw Wanda's kids in the bathtub?
Oh, yeah. The
They're
Burns
missing
kids
the
look like
cigar
they're
in their
dwarves.
mouths.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
good stuff right there.
Wow.
I miss
man.
super villains that would just get off on doing bad things. Like they always look like they were having way more fun than the heroes.
But what a maniacal plan to turn superheroes into kids and then beat the crap out of them.
That's good.
I almost
Typical-
bought that issue at the convention over the weekend too for a couple of bucks. It was in pretty
Typical
bad
Lex Luthor.
shape, but I just was loving that cover.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, I
that's
got
great
a
stuff,
nice
man.
We
near-mint
could do a
copy
whole
of it.
show of Superman covers, like Superman as a jerk covers.
Oh,
You-
yeah.
you look in the 1960s in particular, there's so many covers where Superman is just an asshole.
Yeah.
The things he would say. This is one, it was a world's finest cover, and this girl is in a canoe and she's about to go over a waterfall, and Batman and Robin and Superman are there, and there's like stepping stones coming from the shoreline, and Batman and Robin are connected hand to hand like this, and they're reaching out to grab the girl. And who's the anchor? Superman. His feet aren't even getting wet, and he's standing there holding the arm of Batman and Robin when he could have just flown over and carried her off. He's running the canoe.
I mean,
He's letting
what's the
Batman and
editor
Robin do the heavy
thinking?
work.
He didn't want to humiliate those two.
Yeah,
he wanted
that's
to make
right.
them feel like they were,
you got to make it feel like you guys are doing something.
Yeah, you're doing
Yeah.
something exactly. Yeah.
Mob Seed, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Moon Knight 1980, number 29. One of my favorites. Guys,
It's got to
you
be a
familiar with that?
Sienkiewicz cover, right?
Thank you for that.
That's
$5
Sienkiewicz.
super chat.
Is that the
Ooh,
one
yeah,
that's just black and
screaming.
white? It's
Yeah.
it's just black and white.
What's the
Yeah.
one with the werewolf's eyes and his bleeding teeth? I love that one. Remember the blood dripping out of his mouth?
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I thought that was pretty much
Well,
single.
it's not the Del
color.
Keown cover.
Oh, there's some great.
There's
Dale
no blood
Keown.
on that. There's no blood on those teeth of that.
Oh,
werewolf.
wait a second.
Oh yeah, there is. Gabe put some blood on there.
Oh, we
Now there
did?
is.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Let me hide it. Excellent.
All right,
Thank you.
Art,
for
let's-
that. Okay. Who's next?
Art.
Artier.
Artemis. What do you got?
Yes.
Homie?
All right, I got one fairly good one, and then I got a really, really good one. Because like Andy and I are competing right now, but can you guys see this? This thing is like, what the fuck is this even about?
Is this the bad or good?
This is bad.
No, we're in the bad now.
Okay.
Can you guys see this?
Not yet.
Well,
Billy has to
wait,
Billy
yeah.
has to
You have
share
to
it.
share it. Oh, it's
Oh,
only
wait,
at the bottom. I'm sorry. There we go.
You got it?
The fuck?
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck.
Oh,
Can you zoom in on that?
bloody blood packed. Oh my God.
Oh, it's
I don't like it.
horrible.
I don't like it.
No.
It's disgusting for one.
Oh, it's gross.
The colors are terrible.
Ugh.
Is that guy Gardner?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Art?
Ah,
You're making us
that away.
sick.
I
did
know.
that? Who did
That was the idea. Yeah, this is just disgusting. I don't know who would this would definitely appeal to a very select few people. And if it did, those are the people I don't want to hang out with. But
Yeah.
this is the one. This is the one, Andy. You cannot top this one. This is.
Oh, I can. Oh,
No, no,
yes,
no.
I can.
No.
I
no,
bet.
you can't.
Okay, guys.
Hold my beer.
Remember this, and then wait till I
No,
pull
no,
up
no.
mine.
It's not
Okay.
this one. It's the one I'm about to
Oh,
share. Okay. So this
All right.
okay. You guys thought this was gross. You thought
Yeah.
this was in bad taste. You thought this was horrible. Wait till you see the next cover.
okay. That is one I was going to show. I can still top it.
Oh,
What the
And Art,
hell?
I had that one pulled up.
what a What a bunch of simps to
Hey,
do something like
did Marvel
this.
do one
Ugh.
for Trump too when he got elected?
No.
Yeah, no.
Oh no.
No, I don't recall
I
that.
must
Of
have
course
forgot.
Yeah, this is pretty horrible.
In
Yeah.
fact, Spider-Man lives in New York. Trump lives in New York. It'd be more plausible if he was taking a picture of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's
but,
just
this
taking
is
a picture of the
but
back of
thing
his
is,
head.
This is not
Yeah,
only,
he's
this is
a great photographer.
this is a boring cover. It's like if you did a Trump cover, you'd probably have him body slamming somebody or something. You know, it's just.
What's the dialogue say? What's the word balloon say?
That's what I was trying to blow up, but it's still pretty distorted.
It says, hey, if you,
yeah, go ahead.
It says, hey, if you get to be on my cover, can I be on the dollar bill?
Oh, that's witty.
Oh.
But bump. Yeah, so this
Does Spider-Man lift his mask up when he blows him?
Oh my god!
Just like in the movie.
yeah, he only
Just like
lifts
in the
his
movie,
mask.
hang it upside down.
Yeah, he only lifts his mask for Mary Jane. Yeah, so this is pretty whorish. I thought it was pretty.
It is.
Cringe.
I got okay, so I was going to show that one, but I got two.
Okay.
I'll save the one that I think is really bad.
Andy. Yeah.
Huh?
I had a feeling. I'm glad I went before you. Yeah.
Obama doesn't have pants on. That's why he's taking a picture from the rear.
Oh,
He's got a nice ass.
where's the bell, Billy?
Hey, have you guys seen this whole thing
Are
where
you
they're
kidding?
saying like Obama's wife is a dude?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Who hasn't seen that?
That's some weird shit, man.
All right.
People are
All right,
funny.
Mr. Toot, share my screen.
I sure will, Mr. Oh God.
So in the vein of what Art just showed,
If Billy just made that expression, I'm scared.
Yeah. I'm
What
scared
are we
too.
going to see here?
Oh,
Oh,
holy God.
Well, you know what, Andy? I have to give it to you. You win.
Oh,
How did this
that is
happen?
worse. That is
Well,
worse.
At least
Art,
the other one had Spider-Man on it.
Yeah.
I know. This
Well,
one's
this
just
has got
got some
Faith.
chubby blonde chick. Oh wait,
Oh, my
and
God.
and Faith. Oh,
Who is
Do you
Faith?
think Hillary was like offended that she got stuck on the cover with this fat superhero chick? Oh,
it's like, why can't I be on the
What are they
cover
saying
with
here,
Wonder
man?
Woman?
Hey, Aaron, this is these libtards. This is their wet dream, man.
I know. Oh God. Oh, this is.
Well, wait. Okay,
I've
so
never seen this. I've never seen this.
oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
But wait, there's more. Now,
Yeah,
this is I'm going to show a DC cover.
Okay.
I say the DC cover I'm about to show is worse than the DC cover Art just showed
That was a Marvel
with
cover.
Guy Gardner
you mean
spewing
the
blood.
Guy Gardner? Oh, okay.
All right.
Ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Switch it up.
I say this one's worse because it totally says DC doesn't know who their target audience is.
Well, it does. It appears that Valiant didn't. Oh,
Which one's worse? Guy Gardner at least with Guy Gardner spewing blood, you're kind of like, what the hell's going on? I got to read the story. This one, you're just like,
I don't
what
want to
the hell?
open the book.
Yeah.
DC's
Coming
like,
to mind.
hey guys, we're pitching to Out Magazine. What the hell?
Oh,
What's with the thumb going up? Like, this is just weird, man. This is
weird shit.
And the glistening sweat and the ball
Oh.
package in the
Wait,
in shorts.
Hey, Andy, I'll pay you to just get rid of that. I'll give you
we're
$5.
going to send a super chat.
I'll go
send
back
you
to
a
that
real
one.
long-
Yeah, and to
yeah,
take
thank
you
you.
down.
Thank you.
Yeah, please.
Hey,
take
I'm
that
looking
back.
at the. I'm trying to look up the the Faith cover, the Washington Post Faith and Politics with the Hillary cover. They didn't make a
Andy,
Trump
dude,
cover.
Take on those, dude.
No,
they
it's
didn't.
all just the
They didn't do a
Dems.
Trump cover.
No, the only time Trump was on a cover that I can remember was when Larson drew him on Savage Dragon. But it was not. It was
Ethan
not
put
in a
him on
positive
cover.
light. What's that?
Ethan put him on a cover too.
Well, yeah, but
Who's next?
You.
You.
Billy.
All right.
Worst
All right.
covers.
Well,
You know what's
worst
gonna
covers.
happen?
Well, and
Billy's
then I
gonna
want to
show
do.
us his worst
I want
covers,
to pull a
and we're gonna love
Graham.
them.
No, I want to pull a Graham and show a cover that I love that I forgot to do because I got all screwed up with
You're trying to
John.
redeem yourself, right?
Yeah,
now.
I am. But this is
Yes.
another one I picked. But again,
It's just
I
the
love
game,
hard
Billy.
covers. But This cover is just the bomb.
Oh,
If you
shit.
look at this dude
Holy
winding up,
shit.
man. He is winding up. He gets his wife a coffin for Christmas, and she's like, "Wait a minute, she's pretty hot, you know." But then again,
Dude,
look at it says,
look
"Look,
at cleavage.
Merry
You know
Christmas
what?
to my wife." And look at
Listen,
it, fucking
listen,
dude.
man.
Oh,
When
damn.
you combine horror
Wow.
and Christmas, there is a third thing created that is just fucked up.
Yes.
Just man, right? Holy
Oh.
cow!
Yeah,
Just-
on the Pontificators, we did a Christmas like cover special, and I grabbed this one too. Yeah, this is
Dude,
like
he's-
once you see this,
You
once
can't
you
even.
see this, you can't
Yeah,
unsee
he's
it.
winding up like I can't even
Yeah.
go back.
Dude,
Like,
he's
he's like,
giving her
I'm
the
cutting this-
scroll eye too.
Like he's not
Yeah.
going to cut her head off. He's going to cut like the top of her head off. He's going to
Oh,
cleave her in
shit.
half, like the top of her head, like through her eyeballs. Like this dude is just hates his fucking wife, man. I mean, look how much he hates this chick.
Yeah. I love those Johnny Craig covers. Those are so good.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And then
Yeah.
so okay, I
Yes, but
redeemed
you know
myself a
what?
little bit.
That kind of stuff can lead to juvenile delinquency, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
they
Billy.
should have had
Yes.
Santa in the background looking in the window going,
He's naughty.
Yeah. All right, Graham.
He's naughty.
Yeah, share this, Billy. I did a Trump cover.
There you go, buddy.
Face Force.
Oh, yeah.
You just drew that right now.
I got Sebastian Gorka here. Got Trumpy. Got Melania.
Sebastian Gorka.
This is a great cover.
Hey, Melania's
Yeah,
hot.
blow up on that
Yeah.
some.
Huh, blow it up.
Melania should have been on every cover of every magazine for that 4 years, man.
I know.
Here.
Disgusting.
Now, is that digital or pen and ink?
No, that's actually
Pen
pen
and
and ink.
It looks, yeah.
Does that live in your
get it
house or
more.
in somebody's wall?
No, I have it in my flat folder. Flat files.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Excellent.
That comb over is perfect.
Excellent.
I had a lot of fun with this.
That's hilarious.
All right.
That's great.
I'm going to share mine for actually a comic book that thankfully never did see the light of day, never did make it to press, and deservedly so. And how about this one? The New Warriors with Snowball and whatever,
thank
Snowflake
you.
and Big
Thank
Tape.
you, Jesus.
Snowflake
Brother,
and
brother
Snap.
and sister. Look at this.
No, they
never
canned
print
it because it got such blowback.
Look at this one right here. All you need is this. Look at this. She's the one with the backpack, and then she had some kind of the description of these characters were just brilliant. Some kind of magical goo or something, whatever. I think it's her brother and sister.
God.
Yeah, they're awfully friendly for brother and sister, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Got a lot
Look
of
at that
freaks out
hair.
there.
Mm.
And then another one is kind of like I got an idea for a comic. I think this will do great. Enzi, the girl who loved the swastika.
Yes, I remember. Oh,
What is this?
that's a real book.
I know it
it's
is.
not.
It is.
It is. It's a real book.
Is it a cautionary tale?
No,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Of course. No, it is. Yes.
I don't know.
Aaron, what grade is your copy in?
No, I don't have this. I don't have one of these.
Okay, I don't
is
believe
that
this,
Al
and I'll tell
Hartley?
you why. Because if that
This
girl
is a real
truly
comic.
no, but what I'm saying is, if look at who's behind her.
Hitler.
Hitler,
yeah, and she's looking off at some other dude.
Her
She's looking
boyfriend
at
is in
Stalin.
there.
She's
Yeah.
looking at Stalin.
Yeah.
If anyone knows, it's look at this. No, wait, shit.
It's Greta Thunberg.
It's credit.
How dare you? How dare you?
Damn you! No, but no. Again, what the hell were you thinking? What do you think?
That's the Ricola girl. Oh, but I couldn't find this one. I mean, I found it, but I couldn't download a good resolution. But it's that
Right.
X-Force 50, the John Cassaday cover, where Wolverine and then the Beast is
Oh, yeah.
profile.
Oh, the new one?
Oh yeah, we covered that.
Yeah, like
that's
I can't.
terrible.
I mean, one, it's Joe Cassidy. So if that guy is
John
somehow like John
He's
Cassidy,
talented. He's
if
talented.
he's very talented, but like it seems like
Was,
maybe
maybe.
he has some kind of problems with his hands or eyes or something, because that image is
Or maybe
really-
it's just his attitude, Art.
Hey,
He's not getting
Billy,
paid
Bad
enough.
attitude.
Who knows?
Bad
Who
attitude.
knows?
Billy, share my screen
All right.
real quick.
All right, you got it. Hang on a second. Let me cancel mine because I got one more. You're not sharing it, buddy.
No, it's
Oh,
there.
Andy Smith.
Says
Oh, I'm
it's there.
sorry. You're sharing the same thing I'm sharing.
Guys, let's take a trip through Hansi, the girl who loved the swastika.
Oh, you have the.
Oh my God! Is
concept?
this the,
This is a Christian comic, I think, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is a
This
cautionary
guy,
tale.
the artist,
It's
used
from
to work-
Spire. It's from Spire.
He used to work for Marvel. Al Hartley.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
good.
It's solid work.
Yeah, solid. I mean, I don't know if I should say good, but the faces are
Yeah.
nice.
He drew the nice. This company put out the comic about Tom Landry, and Al drew
Yeah.
it.
When she breaks out and starts singing "The Hills Are Alive" with the Sound of Music, it's a great
I'm
panel.
just waiting.
Look,
for
there's
her
her
to-
copy of Mein Kampf.
What
Mm.
year was this published, Andy?
oh my
Early
God!
70s,
Oh, shit.
What the?
Now you're really
I'm
asking.
just waiting for the point where she
Should be on the
snacks.
indicia.
Where's the
I
part
know.
where she snacks into a Hostess pie?
78.
Yeah.
This is 78.
Oh no, 73. The type is kind of hard to read.
Well,
It looks
even
like
73
end up?
seems pretty.
Yeah, these were in the
Did
70s.
she end up in a pile of rubble after a B-17 raid or something? Like,
Well, let's
Oh,
or is she
find out.
fighting in the
Yeah.
streets of
Ends up in
Berlin and gets
concentration.
raped by the Soviets? Like, what happens to
Does
her?
it
Who
say?
thought this was a good idea?
Did anybody read this? And if so, why did she love the swastika? Was it the design element? Was it what it stood for? You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
she
Everyone's
turned
trying to
on
grab her
him.
though. All those
Turned
ratsies are
because
trying to.
there's a lot of distress happening at this point. Look at how
Wait a minute.
distressed
Is
she
that a
is.
train she's getting on?
She's
See, I told you,
distressed.
she ended up in a camp.
in a camp. Oh my God!
Mm.
They
But I'm
always do.
Hansi. I love the swastika.
Americans, they're all gum chewer gangsters.
I'll
Mm.
never surrender
so.
to you, beast. Oh, she escapes from that.
She got a
the-
pen.
She says, "Well, I've heard they don't force their attention on women."
Oh, she's going to the
No.
Oh,
Americans
because
because
a couple of Nazis tried to rape her. Good thing she went west towards the Americans instead of east toward the Soviets because she'd be fucked.
She'd be fucked.
That's
They
what
would've
she was
raped the
running
shit out
from.
of her, man. They would have raped the shit out
Oh,
of her.
It's an American, and he's chewing gum.
Oh my God, that's
Oh,
all she's
no.
focusing on is his gum chewing.
I still don't see the Hostess pies, guys.
Well, he's
Oh, it
bringing her
was just-
breakfast, though.
She wakes up and she's like,
How could these boys be allies with the Russians?
Right? We're still wondering that.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
friend
for
of
those
my
you out there,
friend.
Hansi,
Oh, there
The
it is.
enemy of my enemy is
The
my
hills are
friend,
alive.
right?
The hell, I know, right? Sound of
Sounds
music
like
right
you.
there.
Yeah.
guys, we should. If this book's in the public domain, we should reprint it, but change all the dialogue.
We may not need to
Oh.
change the dialogue.
I think we just need to do a
look,
dramatic
she
reading.
found Jesus though, and that's awesome.
Yep.
And
And
hippies.
now she's in
and hippies.
America.
Oh, she's a
Oh,
mom.
she got
She's
married. Yeah,
God.
she married an American.
And her kids
Statue
became
of
dirty
Liberty.
hippies. What's that last
Got
panel
saved.
say?
It says,
is
"Is this America?" Because they
They-
just got to the airport.
Oh,
And it,
Dirty
oh my
hippies.
God, don't Americans have pride in their country? Look at that.
70s America.
and it's worse
73.
now.
Man, this is a comic that just keeps giving.
I know.
This book's all over the place.
Look at all the fat people. She's in America and they're all on diets, low cal this, and they're all fat.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh. You talk about preachy and heavy handed. Was this written by
Wow.
Denny O'Neil?
Uh,
And then she gets a job as a train conductor, and she's like, "Papers, please."
This is good. I mean, it's
Your papers are
solid,
not in order.
solid
Yeah, oh, no.
storytelling. Solid storytelling.
now look,
Is that
now
Gandhi?
she's
Did she be
bringing
Gandhi?
the hippies in, man, to save them.
State
Yeah.
prison. What's happening over at the prison, guys?
Yeah.
Have you heard the
That's
word?
Gandhi after the war.
This
I
book
learned
is
about love and
epic.
kindness from Americans. See,
Man.
the whole point is she did love the swastika until we changed her ways.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Now she
I
loves
But
finally
there's a
found
wonderful
peace.
Bible verse.
Yep.
Isn't that wonderful?
See
Isn't
that?
wonderful?
God will keep the perfect place. What does it say? Perfect
Peace
place.
for
Oh,
those
is that
who trust.
Anita Baker? Not Anita Baker. What was her name? Anita what? See the I believe right
Oh,
there.
Bryant.
Anita
Anita
Bryant.
Bryant.
Hated. Remember, she hated the gays.
Yeah.
And Johnny Cash.
Look
Johnny
at Terry
Cash?
Bradshaw.
Terry
Bradshaw.
Bradshaw,
Johnny Cash.
Dale
What
Evans,
is this?
Rogers.
Wait a minute.
See?
Is Bill Tucci in there?
What? Hello, disavow.
Look at all those
Wait,
comics.
Look at those comics.
Yes.
They all look like they're Archie comics, but
Yeah.
look at the title, God's
It is.
Smuggler.
There is the Archie.
There's
in
an
there.
Archie right
Yeah,
here.
there is.
Archie's
Dude,
love
I
scene.
believe I've seen that Noah's Ark comic before.
The
That was
cross
so
and the
familiar.
switchblade.
Hey, God Smuggler's a good one.
I like
like
Tom
that.
Landry.
I've read that one.
I own it.
The
It is a good
Gospel
one.
Blimp.
God love
So there you go, guys.
That's
There
You
you
got
go. Now
to
I'm gonna
finally
go
see
look.
the book you've all been waiting for.
I didn't know I was
Perfect.
waiting for it.
The girl who
Well-
loved the swastika.
You do now.
Well, I think I could. Well done. I think I could maybe end this with my choice for again.
We're
not a
not doing
comic
our
cover I
favorite covers.
necessarily. Not a
Hey,
comic cover I
Billy.
necessarily hate.
Billy, what,
Yes.
can't we go around the horn and say, unless you don't want to do our own personal favorite covers?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
I
you
already
have
showed-
one.
I already
We'll do
showed
yours.
mine.
Well, this
no,
is
but
definitely
no,
not.
once we've done ourselves.
Yes,
Oh,
this is
okay.
this is definitely not one of my favorite covers of all time.
All right.
I was looking for that, but I couldn't remember the title. Damn it.
Oh shit!
How did nobody bring up the Alf cover? Remember
It's-
the Alf cover?
A mysterious bag holds a secret to an outlaw's past and a threat against Lucas and Mark McCain.
Wait, who said no to the Alf cover?
I've not seen it.
I've not seen it.
I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
hang
my
on, I got
God.
a-
All right, I'll
another-
find
I
it.
got a- hang on a second. I got a $5 super chat. Thank you, Kino Review. You forgot to mention the Obama Amazing Fantasies tribute cover. What the hell was that? What's Amazing?
It sounds
Fantasy?
like it's Amazing Fantasy 15. Probably there's probably a knockoff of Obama doing the ditto.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and he's saving. Is it like the United States? He's got like the lower 48, and he's saying, "Fuck these
Who
people." Oh my
knows?
God.
Who
Thank-
knows? But
Thank you for that $5 super chat. I have not seen it.
yeah.
All right, RT Bear, what's your favorite cover of all time? Graham, what's
Are
going
these
on?
the ones that we've worked on? Is that what we're doing?
That's what I thought the idea was, Billy. You said
Okay, well,
something
here
about
you
our
go.
favorite covers,
Here you go,
ones we
share it.
thought were misses,
Yeah.
and ones we liked that we did.
All right, our RT Bear. You ready, Art?
Yes. Cable number
Oh!
one, baby. Wrap
That's a
around
good
cover.
Nice. Big
Sweet
seller,
baby
too.
Christmas.
Got
Yeah.
royalties on that one, didn't you, Art?
It was a good time. It
Nice
was a
and
good
tight.
time. Yeah, nice.
How much you
and
make up
tight.
this cover, old man?
Enough to buy my house in California.
No way. Really?
Yeah.
Wait, off the cover?
No, off the book.
Oh,
How
he
much-
said
how much-
cover.
How much?
Wow.
How
You
much?
don't get a royalty for
sell?
that.
How many of these books sold? Like how many of these books sold?
I
I
thought he
think
sold the original.
I'm not sure, but it was like the 5th best-selling book for that year it came out, and that's when Image came out the same year. So it sold pretty well.
It sure did.
And it was a double-size issue, and I penciled and I inked over half the book. So I had to share some of the ink with Al Milgram and Danny Mickey and Trevor Scott.
And you still could buy a house.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good time. It was a good time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a
So-
good time.
So yeah,
Fraga
it was.
Boom, what's up? Fraga Boom's favorite cover he's ever drawn.
I've
right?
got two. I've got two.
All right, well,
Oh.
here's one. Back in the day.
Oh,
This was this is how I met Ethan. I met him in '95, and I was signing at a convention, and he said, "I'm Ethan Van Sciver. I do a book called Cyberfrog, and you're going to draw a cover for me." And I thought that was the funniest shit I ever heard, and I was like, "Let me see this character," and I was like, "Sure, I'll do it." And that's how we became friends. And
Did he
I drew
use
it.
this for the packaging?
yes, he did.
Yeah, for the toys.
Yeah, so so I drew this up, and of course I had little things like Black Flag and other fun things, and Ethan inked it, so this was the beginning of stuff. But I know people when they look for Cyberfrog, this is one of the images that they enjoy. I would say the cover of Black Flag #1, the triple gatefold, but really the one that that really does the most
Ooh, look at that.
bang for bucks is this one. I like it. People like it. Again, the people that enjoy my work, this is cited as one of their favorites, and I understand why. There's a lot of business going on.
I have to ask you though, was the green background your idea, or was it one of the colors at Extreme?
It was Andy Troy.
Because that is
Andy Troy.
brilliant, man.
Yeah,
you don't see stuff like that.
No,
very
you
often.
don't. No, that was Andy Troy. I mean, I think I probably if I did a color guide, I probably would have went with gray or something because it's in the sewers.
Yeah, Andy's really good.
Andy's fantastic, and all the different effects, and I did this. Shit, what does that say? September of '94, 30 years ago. 30 years ago.
We're all coming up on 30, right? Black
Yeah.
Flag, Black and White, and She,
right.
right? Are you celebrating?
Yeah,
30?
yeah. We're all doing. We're all
30th,
doing
man.
our
Big
30
year.
Our 30 year.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah,
year.
2024 is big for us, man. Go Bros.
Yeah. All right, Graham Nolan. I love this cover. I could see it already as well. And Graham Nolan, one of his favorite covers that he's ever done.
Yeah.
Good job.
I knew it.
Yes,
Yep.
I knew it
That's
too.
a good one.
Detective 711, inked by Tom Palmer. I've got the pencils here too, if you want to see those.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
please.
Wow, beautiful.
Your inker messed it up.
Oh, those are tight
He just messed
pencils,
up a couple things.
This is 90. This is 97. It says
97, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
It was 7-Eleven and sold at all 7-Elevens.
Indeed.
God, this is great, man. All that tech stuff. It's detailed, but not like like crazy amount of work. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's an evergreen cover, but it's a story. It also tells a little bit of story about who Batman is. He's in a Batcave. You see all his villains in the background. Some of those actually got swapped out in the printed piece.
Did they really?
Yeah, yeah.
Go back to
yeah.
the printed one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if they did that because the logo.
Well, wait. Let me see which ones they were first. Okay, so yeah.
Did they give
Okay.
you a reason?
It's like playing memory game. You guys remember?
Yeah.
that game,
Okay.
Memory?
Here it is. Here you go. They swapped out. We took out Clayface up here,
Yeah.
and we put Catwoman in. I think they just wanted her in there instead.
Representation.
Diversity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Never
that cover.
swap out
Yeah,
Clay.
good job,
That'd be
bro.
great.
I like
Thank
the
you, man.
colors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like the
that's cool.
early colors like this. This is all digital, right? I kind of the early digital stuff has charm to it now. You look back, and you're like, that's pretty cool looking. The
Mhm.
reflections on the floor is pretty neat.
Yeah. That was nice. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, and Andy Smith's favorite cover of all
Is
time.
it- this is not by me, but this is the famous Alf cover that goes for a lot of money.
Wait a second.
So hurry up already.
This book sells for a lot because of the cover.
Caution, do not
When you
buy
say
if
Andy, when you
safety
say a
seal
lot,
is
are you
missing.
talking $25? Or are you talking more?
I'm thinking it's more than 25. Somebody in the chat throw out what check for me,
Oh
please.
my god.
And it has the
Because
comic
these books
code on it
were
right
low
there.
print runs, and then this cover especially is basically banging a seal. So yeah,
Oh,
And the comics
This-
code's right there, man, right under the kid's screen. That's funny.
oh.
What the fuck,
And
dude?
all that spoo everywhere.
Ew. Oh
That's
no!
alien
Not-
spoo.
Not the spoo.
The spoo.
Can you make out who signed the cover there at the bottom?
Hey, Mark?
It says spank.
Oh,
It says
Spank.
Spanky.
it does almost look like Mark, but I can't tell even on this.
Oh, it's Mark.
$300, 300 plus, 800 on eBay. That's rated. Holy shit!
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I can't make it out.
You
That
have
is-
to have a real sense of humor and a deep pocketbook to want this. You know?
Oh, that is just
9.8, $800.
Yeah. I
There
believe
you
it.
go.
He's not even sitting on the seal. Like, it's purposefully put in such a way. Like, this
You
is
can't-
really disturbing.
He's alien life forming that guy for sure.
Yeah.
Just look at
Oh,
the face on the
I
seal.
know.
It's like, ah!
Oh,
So wrong. So wrong.
It
everyone.
is.
So wrong, it's
So there
right.
you go.
I
Nice
didn't see any
editing.
tangents, though. There were no tangents.
Yeah, thank God
Way to
for
go.
that.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
That's what makes a good cover. Big
Bill,
shot
All
of
right,
character.
Lopez.
Makes you
Is
want
that-
to know what's happening.
All
in
right,
the book.
Lopez. Oh, this looks great.
I know which one it is.
All right, let me take a look at this one. There we go.
Oh, that's not what I thought.
Nice.
Oh, look at that. Rob
Penciled
Liefeld drew a neat
ink.
cover.
Rob Liefeld drew this. So your favorite cover?
Oh, that's
Oh,
Aaron Lopresti, guys. Come on.
penciled
on,
ink
I don't
and
think-
colored by me.
I think that's
Um,
the copy of the book I bought. Is your cover?
That's
Aaron,
nice, Aaron.
this is fantastic, man.
I think Aaron's got a future.
yeah.
I'm gonna keep practicing.
Yeah.
You
I
should.
just like the figure. Everything worked for me on this cover. I mean, it's kind of one of those iconic ones that Fraga was talking about. There's not a lot going on, but I didn't have any information to go on.
But also one of those covers where the hero's really beat up, and you got to like, why? How did he get beat up, and why why
flags
the
torn.
background?
There's I love the machinery. I usually suck at that, but I thought it turned out pretty good on the bottom.
I was going to
good.
comment on the machinery. I thought it
Yeah,
looked great,
Well, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
and I
you.
definitely suck at that.
Yeah, the figure is fantastic too.
So anyway, there you go. That's taking aside
Excellent.
any creator-owned stuff and putting that aside. This, funny that I would do one of my favorite covers for Archie, but there you have it.
You never know.
All right, let me see
Okay.
if I can find something.
Here's
Whose turn is
mine.
it?
Here's
Oh, I'll
mine.
go
It's-
last.
I can't find a good color scan of it, but I did find the pencils too. But some I had a lot of fun with. I might use my model and everything, and I had all this cool equipment, the GI Joes and bazookas, and it was the Sergeant Rock Lost Battalion #4 cover. I had
Oh,
a
that's
lot of fun
beautiful.
with it. It's very dark, this scan.
Oh,
Brian
yeah.
Miller, but I just love what he did with this Tiger tank and how it's just rumbling. It's an homage to all the classical ones that they've done. That it's just this unstoppable monster that's just coming towards and firing away, and the leaves are falling down, and I just love the contrast what he did. That the warm colors are all in the background, and then the cooler colors in the front. And
Who
he's
painted that?
Brian Miller digitally colored that.
Okay.
And then I have my here's the color, the pencils of it.
I like how you snuck your name in there, the signature.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, it's on
there.
the.
That's
on the
awesome.
bazooka.
Yeah.
So there's the pencils. So, and I just had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with this. I love doing this project because there's all the cool stuff I like. So there's a
I
nice.
love that grayscale, man.
You can almost,
Yeah.
you can almost feel the fabric of his uniform.
Yeah.
It's taffeta.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Taffeta,
patterns
darling.
and things.
Does that
Skews.
say 03? You drew that in 03.
Oh,
Oh, my
eight.
God.
2008.
08? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Billy and I almost did a Captain America story together, but
Would have been a
Oh,
great
sweet.
Captain America story, and then they found
yeah.
out I voted for
Really?
Mitt Romney. And they
then
found
what?
out I voted for Mitt Romney. That was it for me. Yep. So it still would make a great story.
Do it.
All right. That's it. We all went around the horn, huh? All right, guys. Great show, everyone. Oh, real quick. Yeah, Andy Smith, check this out, bro. Look at this car. I think Barron shared it. Hang on. It's from a Russian TV show. But check this out. How badass is that? They cut down this Mach 1 like a 70.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that gorgeous?
That back
That's
end kinda-
freaking cool.
Kinda looks like an Avanti a little bit.
It's definitely a Mustang, but they customize it. I don't know how you can get your head in there. Aaron definitely couldn't drive this car.
no.
Yeah.
They really look how
I'd buy the Hot Wheel though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like why would Mustang do this? Why didn't anyone think of this? I just
That's
loved it.
cool.
It is
Yep.
cool.
All right,
You got a
guys.
super chat, dude. You got a super chat, Billy.
Ho ho ho! My Ernie PFP is my favorite. Own the original art. Love Steve. Oh yeah, heck for Stephen Hughes.
Stephen Hughes.
My Evil Ernie PFP. What's a PFP?
Friend,
No,
personal friend. I don't know. private friend?
No, it's my
personal
face.
friend- It's
Oh,
personal
this Evil Ernie cover probably right here. His avatar is probably his cover, and he owns
Oh,
it as a
okay.
light.
Beautiful.
Graham,
Yeah,
what does
beautiful.
PFP stand for again?
personal friend's penis.
Wow.
I'm glad
Glad
I
to know that.
clarification on
That's
that.
fact.
That's-
That's
that's-
fact. Yeah.
Profile picture. It's a profile picture.
Oh, that was the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
A profile
Yeah.
penis.
Yeah. Guys, Andy Smith, let's go around the horn. What you got going on, brother? Talk to us.
Nice and tight. The comic book pencil art of Andy Smith. That's me. Live on Indiegogo right now. I believe we cracked 100 backers for the little art book that could. So that's still live. So go check it out, guys. And sign up page for the next volume of Core Draft will be going out or going live at the beginning of February. So that's what's happening. So there you go.
Excellent. Mr. Nolan.
Yeah.
Waiting for the Ghost of Matacumba Key to arrive. Should be here in about another 10 days, and then we'll begin fulfillment there. But while you're waiting on it, sign up for Return to Monster Island. That campaign will be launching in February, and I'm already working on, I just finished the plot today for Escape from Monster Island.
Oh.
So that'll be launching after Return is finished. So lots of fun stuff at Compass Comics.
Is
And
there
if you
gonna
missed
be
any
a-
of my books, go to compasscomics.com and you can pick up all the back issues.
Is there going to be a battle for Monster Island?
Yeah, well, let's see how Escape sells.
Beneath.
Or
One
was it
thing at a
Conquest
time.
and Battle? It was Conquest and then Battle. Yeah.
Well, I think he's already planning Beneath Monster Island because
Oh, that's right.
It's true. It really is.
Yeah.
It does take place underground.
Yeah, there you
Oh my
go.
God! So they go down and there's caverns and there's like brontosauruses and stuff still living and I don't know.
Hot cave girls running around.
Yes,
It's like the Warlord.
I like it.
I like it too. Fragaboom!
Dinosaurs.
Thank you, sir. Very excited over here, working on a new format of the Fragaboom channel. Going to be starting some streaming with some live drawing. Watch me draw some Black Flag live, see how it all goes, and see the process, and all kinds of other fun stuff. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and check out the campaign. Pretty much know you all have. So appreciate you.
Excellent. Lopez.
Kit Carter, Planet Doom graphic novel. We went over 100K last night on Kings. It was a amazing evening. A total surprise to me because I didn't know that was going to happen. So, but thank you all in the chat that supported me, and thanks, of course, to all the Kings and EVS for promoting it last night. But it's still live. I'm sending out another 5 pages to Matt Ryan for inking. If things go the way I want them to go, and I think they will, I'm going to be 20 pages into this by the end of the month. So
Wow.
Congrats, dude.
moving right
Outstanding.
along. Moving right along.
Outstanding.
You know what
Mr.
the best
Thibert.
thing about Aaron Lopresti is he's getting huge, but he still seems very grounded. You still seem like a normal dude. All the success, it hasn't gone to your head yet. So this is a good thing. Hey, you know what? Black and White is finished, you guys. All the artwork, the lettering should be done and in-house tomorrow. So it should be done with the lettering, and then we are going to pre-press, and then it's going out to the printers. So we already have a printer set up. We're going to go with Jostens. They say all kinds of nice things about Aaron, and that's where it's going to go. And next up is my Oodles book, which is my art book, and I'm going to do a short campaign with that, and then possibly a second chance for Black and White. And then if there's any Chrono fans out there, we're going to do a Chrono project this year, and I am working on the next volume of Black and White. So I am plotting that out, and I am working on all new designs. Some of the designs I'm starting to post. So if you go to my Twitter, you can see a potential work in progress of White up there. It seems like you guys are digging that. So thank you. Thanks to everybody that supports this book. Thanks to everybody who supports me. and gave me this time to do this book. So thanks again, and out to
Excellent. Andy
Andy
Smith's
for
sharing
sure.
something. Want me to share this, Andy?
I am
or is this
sharing.
all?
I found a cover. I found one.
Uh-oh.
So Demigod number 4.
Oh, that's a nice cover, dude.
So there you go. That is it. Demigod number 4.
This dude's
Back
having a
when
bad
we
day.
were
On top. What's up with that?
doing
Does that,
homage
say,
practice.
does that say 2005 or 95? What does that say?
18.
It's got to be.
I can't
2000s.
see. I just see the Smith 18. Very
Yeah,
cool.
2018.
That's how
Did-
old he
did-
was
did
when he
you
drew
colored
There
it
you
too?
No, I didn't color it. I did
Excellent.
not color it.
So Billy, what do you have?
Yeah, she number 1 30th anniversary original art edition is approaching $95,000 with our No Fan Left Behind campaign. But Indiegogo is still less than $32,000. Come on, Indiegogo, we can do it. I'd love to hit 6 figures on this campaign if I could. The Kickstarter people came through. They put us over almost $63,000 in 28 days. Indiegogo, we're still, like I said, we're less than 300 backers at 31,005 something. Each and every one of you who did support it, thank you so much. It's a beautiful book. Right now, we are scheduled to have this book to the printer for proofing, not this Friday, but the next Friday. And
Sweet.
yep, and I'm very excited. Also, the Crusade looks like we finally have our new permanent fulfillment center, an office that we rent right here in town. It's 650 square feet, massive windows, AC, heat, lights, internet, all that stuff. It's
Running water.
Yeah, running water. There's a dedicated men's room, a dedicated women's room. There's a kitchen. It's in an office that we'll see how long it lasts, right? Because we're sharing it with the landlord is an insurance broker that's been in my town since the 50s. There's an attorney and a stockbroker too there, and then us, a little comic company. So we'll see how that goes. But we bought shelves. I'm gonna make a nice video, show the interior of it. And Graham, It's pretty. What a relief, to have a dedicated area for Julie to work at, and yeah, Debbie's just over the moon with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it out of your house. Move it out of your house. Yeah.
Yep, if you can, you do so. So,
Hey, Billy, see if you can see this. Share my or just go full screen. You can't. Oh my gosh, it's the 30th. It's the 30th logo. It's got a 3 and then the gun sight. So I'm going to use this for the black and white 30th anniversary.
Nice.
So I think it's pretty clever. I think it's kind of cool. I got to find somebody that can do graphics to put it together. So we're moving on that.
Yeah, you know what? I put it out there.
Nice.
There's a lot of great designers and stuff. I just put it out there on Twitter or something. Say anybody have any ideas? So,
Indeed.
guys, again, everyone out there, thank you so much. Please support the bros. Please support the Kings, CG, non-CG, all your independent creators who are cool. This is all about comics. This is about creative freedom. This is a new golden age of self-publishing. And we're just having a good time. Thanks to you all. Next week on the Bros will be Fraga Boom.
Yes.
Any plans?
I got some ideas.
Got some ideas. This was a great show. I got my ass handed to me, so that's great.
Oh,
I got
you
a
did
shit
not.
sack. Yes, I did. It's all right. So much so that a stink bug flew in, and I got a stink bug on my table right here.
It's not a
That's how much I-
competition. How
Send
are
it
they
out
not
tonight.
dead up there? It's freezing up there. They should be
he's
dead.
in the house.
Yeah, they're in the house. I got this up here, so I think they might live up there. And I'm not going to kill a stink bug. I grab them, I throw them outside, but it's freezing now because it's snowing and everything.
So you're killing them by throwing them outside. I get it.
No, I
I throw
don't.
'em
No,
down
in
the
the spring I throw them outside. In the summer, in the winter I let them.
I crush them and then eat them.
What?
Of course you do, because you're a
Protein.
sadist.
I flush them back down to China.
Exactly. I'm with
Is that
Graham.
where they came from? They icon
You know
bugs?
what, Aaron?
Yeah.
Aaron, if
Oh,
Bill Gates
where
has
are
his
you?
way, we're all going to be eating stink bugs.
I know. I want to get used to
That's
it.
right.
Yes.
Send that Chi-Com back, Billy.
Yeah, I'll find that little fucking zipper
Are
head.
we
Where
still
is it?
live?
Bitch.
Are
No,
we
we are live. Guys, everyone out there, what a great show. Thank you so much. Let me just check to make sure I got all the super chats. Yes, I did. Everyone have a great night. Bros, thanks a lot, boys. I'm going to take us out with a little bit of video, and we'll see you homies later. I know.
Bye, everybody.
Take it easy.
Say bye-bye.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on Pop XP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the Pop XP and over on Instagram at the Pop XP.